Just, you know what? Just
Thank
give
you.
him the entire United States
Yep,
budget and let him
exactly.
fucking just burn that up too.
Well,
Why
let's
not?
just
He
get
burned
this.
$44 billion on Twitter. Who gives a shit, you know? He's destroying Tesla. What fuck? You
Who
know,
cares?
he's smart. He's intelligent. He's
Who
a genius
cares?
because he's got all the money.
Because he
That's
knows what
means,
he's
right?
doing. He's such a brilliant
Fuck outta here.
kid who
Dumbest,
inherited
stupid shit.
everything
Why-
he
why
got
in the
and
fuck do we
didn't
go through
learn
these cycles
and
where the
went to
American
college
people and
in
humans
Canada
general
and
worship people who have wealth, who have
Thank
stolen
you.
it from other people.
Thank you. Not
You wanna
who
talk about
did it
stolen
themselves.
They're always like, "Oh, taxes is just stealing rich
People's
money."
money.
Get
No,
the
it's
fuck
not.
Out of here with that nonsense. Most of
Bullshit.
the people in this country. The reason why Donald Trump is fucking rich. Do you want to know? Do you want to know the real reason why Donald Trump is rich? It ain't because that motherfucker is smart.
Oh, God.
His dad.
Made all that money, and he stole it too.
Listen to this. The United States government, us,
He stole
the
it
people,
too.
Our country paid that motherfucker to buy property. We
Right.
gave him money to buy property.
Exactly.
We paid him to build fucking HUD housing,
Right.
apartment buildings.
Right.
Paid him money to build those motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Then
We had to sue his motherfucking ass to
him
tell.
fucking money
No,
for
you
the
can't
people
do
to rent
that.
the son of a bitches from him, that we paid. He didn't pay for shit. Fuck out of here with this nonsense that rich people are smart. Just because you got money doesn't mean you're smart. It doesn't mean you're all-knowing and all-powerful.
Thank you.
By the way, you are given that money by us, you privileged motherfuckers. So talk about stolen fucking money. You want to talk about stolen fucking money? Let's talk about stolen money that we give to this rich, the rich in this country, so they can get richer. Again, why don't you know? Again, I'm sure the Republicans in the House would be happy to do this. Just appropriate every single dollar to Elon Musk and his businesses.
Right.
Why
exactly.
not? I mean,
Give it to
fuck,
them.
it seems like it's going really well, doesn't it to you? Oh, fuck. Such a joke. What a fucking joke. When are we going to fucking just wake up in this country and realize this stupid shit? And I know a lot of people who are excited about the cosmos and space travel are excited about this shit. Like, I get it this morning. You know, they're setting their complaints of Elon aside to celebrate the successes that they had this morning. Look, we don't have to do this shit. We really don't.
Nope.
The American people can say, look, you know, space travel, no space travel, whatever. Fine, but we don't want him to do it. We don't want him to do it. We're not going to pay him any more fucking money to do this shit. Fuck him. Fuck him. Just like this morning. I'm kind of disappointed in the 10-second news cycle. You know what I mean? Because it's like a 10-second news cycle. It really is. It really is. Someone said, do I have pink eye? No, I was drinking last night. It's Thursday.
Hello, it's Thursday.
My eyes are a little bloodshot on Thursdays. Don't you know this? I had been drinking last night, maybe. It's possible. I have fun on Wednesdays, okay? You'd think it would be Fridays, but I have fun on Fridays and Saturdays, too. So what are you going to do? I don't know what the hell to tell you.
I was a DJ, and actually Wednesday night was my main night. We called it Helmet
I've been
Wednesdays.
drinking. I'm not scared to admit it. You know I'm transparent with you. I would never lie to you. I wouldn't shit you.
Made
You're
Thursdays
my
a
favorite
pain
turds,
in the
okay?
ass.
I would not shit you. You're my favorite turd. So, yes, I do have bloodshot eyes today. It's that
I wish I
Jägermeister.
could have made a
Yeah,
living
see,
off of it.
Everyone knows I love Jägermeister. And I had a friend at the bar last night, and he bought me a couple shots of Jaeger. He knows I love Jaeger. So he walked to the table with Jaeger. Oh, that's how I roll. That's how I roll. See, they know I do karaoke on Wednesdays at chat. You guys got to show up here every single day, every single weekday, every single week, every month, every year. This is going to be important because we're going to hammer out these important fucking situations like Elon's little rocket exploding into midair and them labeling it a rapid unscheduled disassembly.
A rapid unscheduled disassembly. What the hell?
No, someone's pointing out that Vicky H is going on her
Hold on.
last chemo treatment in the chat. Everyone, give her some love. We're with Vicky. Vicky, I hope you get your last chemo treatment and everything goes wonderful and swimmingly, and you continue to get more healthy every single day. We're with you here at the Fucking Fan. We hear you, we see you. So everyone, give Vicky H some love in the chat. We're not just here to have only outrage. We're here to support each other.
Now he has to pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, he was so convinced of this. He held this cyber symposium in 2021. He invited a bunch of cyber experts and said, if you can prove that my data is not related to
your family, you see them a couple times a year. You don't really like
because
them.
it's really coming through here
family,
too.
What are you gonna do? You know what I
It's
mean?
kind of doing that weird
Is.
little.
They fly the Trump flag. They wear Trump hats. You know, can't
I
help but
almost
love
guarantee
that
it.
young son of a bitch. We all got them in our family, right? So we love all of you.
Because I
All
want
of
to
you.
move you to.
Whether you love to hate me or you love me, the reason why you're here is for the fucking fam, and that's it in the chat. So give Vicky H all the love in the world. Vicky has earned it. She kicked cancer's ass. So we're happy for you, Vicky. I hope you get healthier and healthier every single day. And
Tony's
you're here
on.
with us here with the Fucking Fan,
And we
on the
may go
Tony
back
Michael
and forth
podcast.
between Tony and a couple of
Many
other
years to
shows.
come.
Depending
Thank
if they
you,
get
Vicky
in on
H.
that.
Did you have an
So,
expectation you might have to pay out
another
$5 million?
situation this morning. I was talking about the 10-second news cycle,
So
right?
you didn't have any concerns that someone
The
might have
10-second
approved
news cycle.
News cycle.
Apparently, this morning, an arbitrary committee or an arbitrator, someone, I don't know, some kind of fucking arbitrator, is. Oh, this is fucking hilarious. You know who the Mike Pelham Nazi is? You know this guy that spent his whole fortune to try to prove
That Donald Trump, the loser in chief,
lost the election. I mean, that's basically
Actually
what he's
didn't
proved
lose.
Time and time again, that Donald Trump lost the election. He had the cyber
Yep.
symposium.
Yep.
That was a huge face plant.
did not work.
He had another last year. He had another fucking symposium down in Springfield, Missouri, my own state, because no one else would have him. And that was a big, huge rake step. And this year he's gonna eat more rake. But this morning, oh man, is he eating rake after rake after rake? These people aren't. I'm telling you, they're
What
just.
is with these guys?
They're just
I
absolutely.
don't understand why.
Rake
Okay,
steppers.
there it goes.
This morning,
Mike,
an
why is it
arbiter
not working?
is forcing Mike Lindell, the Mike Pelham Nazi, to pay $5 million to some. Okay, so he said, bet $5 million that you can't prove me wrong, that the election was stolen or some shit.
And someone fucking proved him wrong. I gotta meet this motherfucker. You know what I mean? I mean, they got money, so maybe they'll be a sponsor of the show. Hell, I don't know. But here's the thing. Hey, I don't have enough pride. I'll take anybody in millionaires' money that wants to sponsor the show. Fuck yeah, we'll make an ad for you. Hell, if you got money out there and you want to have an ad on the show, just call me. I don't give a shit what it is. Hell, it could be dildos, it could be boner pills, whatever you want. You just let me know. If you got the money, we got the time, baby. And really, honestly, Mike Lindell, if you want to come on and do some ads, we'll make sure no one buys your shit, but we'll run your ads if you want to give us your money. But whoever the fuck this guy is, this person or this group is, I don't know who they are. I have no idea. I haven't looked into it much. This shit just broke. Again, the 10-second news cycle.
Yep.
I think if I would have known about this Mike Lindell thing before this SpaceX rocket failed and blew up in the fucking air, I think I might have put Mike Lindell on the title in the thumbnail.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I almost think that $5 million that he's gonna have to pay to someone, because he's like, bet, bitch, Trump won, bet, motherfucker, $5 million, and then he has to pay a some bitch. I mean, it never fails. These people, time and time again, are fucking digging into their pockets because of Trump. It's hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
This is fucking
Why
fantastic.
do you do this
folks.
to yourselves?
I really do hope that whoever won this $5 million, I hope they give it to some kind of election cause, like early voting or mail-in ballots, some kind of campaign for mail-in ballots somewhere or some shit. Yeah, fuck yeah, hell yeah. Give it to the 2,000 mules. I don't know. Maybe they need to get some payment for all that work they did during the 2020 election to steal it. Those 2,000 mules, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, fuck.
Oh, man.
What a fucking joke. What a fucking joke these people are. Yesterday, we watched Marjorie Taylor Greene, a clip.
Oh, my God.
I'd never
just
seen the clip
implode.
before. It just happened yesterday when we were live on the air, where Marjorie Taylor Greene fucking
you need to
rape.
re-show it. You need to show it again today.
She gets
Please show it
silenced in a
again
goddamn
today.
committee and can't speak anymore because she's a dumbass and doesn't know the rules.
I might find it and show
she's
it
trying
to you
to make
guys,
clips
just
for
because
Fox
it's
News.
so worth it.
And every time she tries to make fucking clips for Fox News, it backfires every fucking time.
It just blows up
with
in
the
her friggin'
Maganomics that
face.
she has. Bolbert's the same way with the fucking pissing in public. It just goes on and on. Matt Gaetz with the Chinese newspaper. You remember this?
Oh, yeah.
He tried to quote a Chinese newspaper, a CCP newspaper, a fucking propaganda rag, to a witness in Congress, and they're like, look, I don't believe in
we
that
don't pay
fucking
attention to that
shit.
because that's just Chinese
fucking
propaganda. That's like
man.
going to Chi and going, so how's it going, dude?
Everywhere.
And he,
They
pretty much
can't
we
help
listen to
but
what
run
he says and
face
nothing
first
else.
into their own stupidity.
Because, yeah, right.
And we should not be doing anything but encouraging it. That's what we should be doing, is encouraging it. Just keep encouraging this stupidity. And I know it denigrates the institution of the House of Representatives. I understand that it puts our elections at risk when Mike Lindell is just allowed to run around the country simping for Donald Trump's lies, spending millions of dollars, this morning $5 million, because of his stupid fucking lies. But fuck him. Fuck him. Let him do it. I mean, Fox News is now going to pay $800 million to Dominion alone. Who knows how much they'll have to pay to Smartmatic? Who knows how much Mike Lindell will have to pay to Dominion or Sidney Powell to Dominion? It could be hundreds of $millions that Newsmax or OAN pays, and that'll probably bury them for good. So fuck them. Let them keep trying to sell this bullshit.
Thank you.
Let them trying to keep fight democracy, because I'm telling you, folks, there's one thing I know in this country, and I know for damn sure that the fabric of our country is strong. Yes, it's torn. It's tattered. I get it. And fascism is at our front door, and it wants to burn the fabric of our country down and piss on the asses.
Yep.
But we're not going to let them do it.
Well,
the people in this country are standing up. Did you see in Iowa? At the University of Iowa, Matt Walsh goes there. They wouldn't even let the motherfucker leave the garage. They were throwing marbles on the floor. So these fucking fascists that went and cheered that motherfucker on had to walk through a certain entrance, so they got shouted down. We got to get fucking loud, and I'm happy to see that the students in Iowa were getting loud to tell Matt Walsh to go to fucking hell. Fuck him.
Get the fuck out.
Fuck him and what he stands for. That fucking Nazi.
Thank
God. I called him a Nazi. Fuck him.
Because that's what
He's
he
a Nazi.
is. Thank
You're a
you.
Nazi, Matt.
Thank
that's
you
what
for
you
finally,
are.
yes.
And let me tell you something. In this country,
the thing is,
there's people waking the fuck up and understanding what you are and who you are and what you're for and what you stand for.
Coming from
Mainly,
me, it don't
what
make
you
no
stand
difference.
against.
But coming from
and I'll
this
tell you something,
dude, it makes
standing
a
against
huge
diversity
difference.
and equity and
Because
inclusion is not going to
people are
work
gonna
out
listen
for
to
your
this dude more
dumbass.
than me.
It's just
It's
not.
just true.
That's not what Jesus said. And that's not what Jesus would do, dummy. So you best get used to it. You best get used to being shouted down. And if you're too fucking weak to handle it, then you need to get a different fucking job. Get a different gig, man. If you don't want to be shouted down, you better stop being such a fucking Nazi. That's just the fucking plain truth of it.
Oh,
if you want to have some sort of tolerant
something.
existence in this country, you better get it going. That's just the way it should be. So we'll see. Now, in another turn of events, speaking of fucking weirdos,
okay.
This morning I get on Twitter and I have to agree with Ann Coulter.
Oh,
what
I hate when you have to do that.
Alternate
when you
universe
get in,
is this?
It's like, oh God.
Now I
she
know
made
Ann
a tweet,
Coulter.
and I
Someone
have to
said in the
actually
comments
pass
that she's a
tweet on
bad
and go,
actor,
yes,
right?
I agree with
She's
this.
not a serious person.
I hate
understand
you.
this. Ann Coulter is just a fucking outrage machine.
She's a bitch.
Right? That's all she is.
She's a.
But she understands what's happening. She understood long before any of these other fucking boneheads did that Trump was going to destroy the Republican Party and destroy the, quote, conservative movement. He's destroyed it. They can't thin veil their fascism with conservatism anymore. Are you going to buy that? Do you think the country is going to buy that these fascists are actually conservatives? Get the fuck out of here. I mean, I've known for decades that they're Their conservatism was thin-veiled
It's just
fascism.
bullshit.
That's all it was, right?
It's complete and utter
Just
bullshit.
packaged up real nice so most of the country didn't feel so icky when they were voting for this type of shit. But there was a line. There was a line that they couldn't cross so they could still sell it as fucking conservatism. Not anymore. Ann Coulter realizes that. She realized that with Trump way long ago. I mean, is she a scumbag? Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah, she's a scumbag.
Thank you.
But even scumbags are coming around to the idea that, hey, this Nazi shit just is not sustainable in this country. I'll give you another example. Here's another fucking example. In Missouri, we had Jess Piper on. People all around the country were fucking pissed that Missouri was going to defund public libraries. You know who else got pissed? Do you know who really got pissed? The people I talked about that should be pissed. It's the rural fucking people in these rural communities that were going to lose their libraries.
Right, exactly.
Because the state is the only funding that some of those small rural communities had with a library that kept a library alive. Guess what? Guess what the Missouri Senate did this week? Voted that shit down. They're not going to defund fucking libraries in the state of Missouri. And the reason why is because people made it didn't give them the ability and the space to do this shit.
That'll help
and
a little
this
bit
type
more
of nonsense, own the libs type shit, where you use your fucking fascism and your power in the government to tell Americans what the fuck they're going to do and what they ain't going to do and what they want and what they don't want, especially with their fucking tax dollars, when you're elected by them, that shit's going to stop.
Over here next.
It's going to stop. There's going to be a fucking line somewhere, and they're crossing it all the time. We watched the Tennessee House cross this line.
Yeah, way
expelling
past
Justin
it.
Jones and Justin Pearson.
They don't give a fuck. They're just being
and not
bigoted and
expelling
hateful.
the white woman,
that's
Gloria
what white
Johnson.
people are about today. I'm sorry.
Because they went to the well and
this
they
is
were
what we
loud.
Want. We want
the
white
fuck
hate.
out of here. Again,
this
loud noises are
GOP.
Nazis fucking kryptonite.
Thank you.
And we should continue to get loud like they did in the well in Tennessee and like they did in Iowa and like Missourians did for the public libraries.
Are you having issues?
People in rural fucking counties in Missouri who voted for Trump, who voted for these fucking Republicans that were wanting to own the libs to take away the libraries, weren't going to put up with that shit. They ain't going to put up with that shit. And in Missouri, if Jess Piper has her way, which we're going to have Jess Piper back on to talk more about this.
Yay.
But if Jess Piper has her way, and really in some of these other red states,
very red,
where there's a lot of these Republicans that run uncontested races, they should be challenged.
Yes.
Just like Jess Piper said that.
Because now the Republican Party is saying no more.
Not just in their general
no more
election,
of this
but in their primary.
Then even our guys
Let's find Republicans,
because
they exist.
They're not
At least
what
they can
we
pretend
want.
to exist. That they don't want to use their power to legislate someone's existence or someone out of existence. Or they want to focus on genitalia, or checking children's genitalia at sporting events, or what fucking bathrooms people are going in. Jesus Christ, no one gives a fuck about that. People don't give two shits, and if you do give two shits, you're a fucking bigot.
Whoa.
That's right, you're a fucking
put
bigot.
that
You just don't got your head on straight. Like old Dustin in the chat. He's here every day saying stupid shit. He's the fucking Trump MAGA
Just
copy
so
machine, man.
So that everybody
Every
doesn't have
day,
to go
same
through
shit.
here.
Just like fake Gabe used to be. Fuck Dustin probably is old fake Gabe. But that's the way we live.
Know that this is going to start getting way
and we have to
bogged
do
down.
something about it. We have to do something about it.
Have to put in another
And how we do it
roundabout,
is we fucking engage
this
in
kind
our
of
democracy.
Makes this into a
That's how we do it.
Roundabout. Yep.
We engage.
You make it the
You
big,
get
huge
loud.
roundabouts
Again,
in weird
I've
ways.
got one microphone, but you've got thousands. Thousands of
the traffic
microphones
to
that you can use.
Not do this.
You could use your
too
feet.
often.
You could use your phone. Hell, you could write letters,
Well,
send
I found
postcards for this next
Doesn't work
upcoming election.
perfectly, and I probably
There's all
need-
kinds of stuff that you can do with the talents that you have to help defend your democracy. It's
I know
true.
you're not doing
It's
too
true.
well, are you?
But this is what we're up against. It's Mike Lindell.
People like Glendale who are going to lie to you no matter what
Ron
because
DeSantis.
it doesn't matter.
Have you seen? Oh my God, Ron
Sorry.
DeSantis is such
Everything
a
in my
fucking
life
failure.
is a fucking lie, and I will lie to you about everything.
This is the best they got to run. Like, he's gonna be a superstar, right? He's gonna be a fucking superstar. Oh my God, he's gonna be the president of the United States. He's gonna turn America into Florida. What the fuck? Dude can't get Disney off his mind.
Well, because it's the only fight I
this
think he's
fucking
got
guy
any
is so obsessed
chance
with
of
his
getting
own
anywhere
sexual
on, and
orientation.
I'm not even sure if he does.
That he can't stop
Because
obsessing about
Disney's got some good lawyers.
sexual orientation or something.
Damn
I don't
good
know what the hell
lawyers.
he's doing. Bob Iger is gonna fucking wad
And
Ron
Iger's an
DeSantis up
evil
and toss him in the
motherfucker.
garbage.
Yes.
We talked about it on Tuesday with
makes
Texas Ball. There's no
DeSantis
way
look nice.
Ron DeSantis is going to win any kind of battle with Disney or Bob
'Cause
Iger.
Iger is
Number one,
is
Ron
evil.
DeSantis has limited power as the governor.
Remember, Disney
and he
said
only has
to
a limited
Iger,
time to
"We
do
love
it.
you,
So good
but
luck
you've
to you,
become
you
too
fucking
evil.
pussy."
You need to go."
And he went crawling.
And then they went,
he went
"Oops.
crawling to D.C.
We
and Trump
need you
won.
back because
Folks,
we
I'm
got
telling
evil
I've been
in
telling you since fucking
Florida.
January. A
And
lot
we
of
might
people
need
won't
you to
fucking listen
actually
to me.
be
Ron
out
DeSantis
evil
will
DeSantis.
not win in the primary. He's
Exactly.
probably not even going to run.
It doesn't look like he's going to
I told you back in fucking
because now
December and January,
you've got
Trump is
donors
going
who
to
are
be the
saying,
nominee. I've been saying
no.
it for months and months and months, over and over,
No.
every fucking day here.
No.
And I got all the fucking recordings to prove it. You can do whatever the hell
It's
you
not
want, but
only
I'm
that
telling you,
he's-
Trump's
that I
going to
think
be
he's
the
jumped
nominee.
the shark,
and Ron DeSantis
but I think he's
had
gone
his
beyond
chance
the
to
shark.
announce his run for president. And it was
And
the
the problem
week
is,
that Trump got
every single
indicted on
thing he's
34
put in
felonies
place so far,
in the state of New York. That
he's
was his
lost.
opportunity. It's gone. It's lost.
it's in court.
Trump got 60-some fucking endorsements from Republican congressmen the other day. Ron DeSantis didn't help him. It didn't help
He
people
was
in the
there
state,
when
his state
when
of
people
Florida
gave it to
when
him.
they're underwater flooding. Where'd that
was in
motherfucker do?
DC.
He flew to D.C. to
Right.
beg people
Thank
to
you.
give him endorsements when
Thank
he's not
you.
even really actually running for
Holy
president
crap!
of
Are
the
you
United
serious?
States. You know how many he got? Two, motherfuckers.
He got people to endorse that
two
weren't ready to
motherfuckers
endorse.
to endorse him. He's fucked. He's completely 100% fucked.
He got
His
people
window
to
closed.
endorse
It's
who
gone.
weren't ready to
Just
endorse.
go back to Florida, put on your little fucking white rain boots, Ron, and go down to fucking Fort Lauderdale and help those fucking people out. And stop being such a goddamn Nazi. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Stop being a bigot. That might fucking help. You run a fucking national campaign. Because people out here in the rest of the country, maybe Florida's a little different, but in the rest of the country, we ain't gonna put up with your nonsense. Trying to take away women's rights to health care. Trying to fucking get rid of books, burn books, because it's got the statue of David in it, and you think that's pornography? Banning math because oh my God, the math book has the word CRT in it. Not being able to say the word gay because it hurts your fucking feelings. Quit being such goddamn pussies. No one gives a shit about other people's business. They really don't.
you.
They don't give a shit. Americans just want to live their own fucking lives. They don't want to go broke because of a medical bill. They don't want to have to pay so much goddamn money when they have their 1 or 2 kids go to fucking daycare. So we should help them get their kids in school at 3 instead of 5. We don't want fucking children going goddamn hungry in schools because their parents can't make ends meet and buy them a school lunch. We don't want people to be saddled for their entire fucking lives with college debt. It's dumb. It's stupid. Let's educate the country and let's move forward. We want people to make a decent fucking wage. And I'm not talking about being wealthy. I'm talking about just having a roof over your head. Maybe be able to buy a fucking house
without being in
Maybe
debt
be able to
for
afford
more
to
than
live
a
in the
house is
community that
worth
you want to live in.
before you can even
Fuck
afford
outta
to
here,
buy
man.
a
Americans
house.
aren't fucking greedy.
You know,
It's
kind of
these
like when
fascists
it
who are
was
greedy,
my
and they're
turn to buy
greedy
a
with
house.
what you want. What they want to tell you to do. They always want to tell you what you can and can't do and who you can and can't be, who you can and can't love, who you can fuck, what you can smoke, what you can eat, what you can drink, what religion you can have, what gods you can fucking pray to. Fuck out of here with that nonsense. America doesn't believe that shit.
Well, these
to
motherfuckers
our
do, and they
rotten
always
little
have.
core.
Remember
We
who
don't
actually
believe
originally
in that
settled this
bullshit.
area?
You telling us what we can and
why
can't
they
do.
came
what
here.
books we can read.
If you know the
Fuck outta
history
here.
of the area, then you
Enough of that
understand
bullshit.
this is going to continue
Let's kick
until
'em
we
to the
say
curb.
no.
Just like whoever this was that.
No.
I'm sorry. Mike Lindell has to pay $5 million because he bet. This is fantastic. What a great day. The rocket explodes in midair, and so does Mike Lindell. Everyone stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this.
We'll be right back. Mark, 60 seconds. This is the Tony Michaels Podcast.
All right. Give me a minute here. Because we may not go back to him. I just want to make sure of who else is live right now. No. Really? Let me just see what they're talking
It's
about
a
right
kind
quick.
of plutocratic populism, a faux populism. But it's not enough simply for those of us, say to the left of center, to say how terrible Trump was and to point out the hypocrisy of massive tax cuts for the wealthy and for corporations carried out by a supposed populace. It's not enough. It's also important for us to ask the question, what was it that he was appealing to?
Exactly. That got him.
That we missed.
Right. Exactly.
That mainstream Democrats
Thank you.
and mainstream Republicans missed about the mounting anger and frustration. And this goes to what you were saying a moment ago about credentialism, because part of went along with the widening inequalities brought about by neoliberal globalization were changing attitudes towards success.
Globalization.
Those who landed on top
Neoliberal
during the
globalization. I
past
don't know if
4
I'd call it
decades came to believe that their success was their own doing.
Right.
The
Okay.
measure of their
Okay. Yes.
merit,
Yes.
and
Yes.
that they
Yes.
therefore
Yes.
deserved the full measure
Right.
of the bounty
Right.
the market
Right.
bestowed
Right.
upon
No
them.
matter
And
what,
by
I'm the only
implication,
one who made that.
those who
I
struggled
did it, and I did it by
must
myself.
deserve their
Nobody
fate
else.
as well.
Bullshit.
This is the meritocratic
Bullshit.
hubris, the kind of
That is the
credentialist
ultimate in bullshit hubris.
prejudice
That is
made
why
many
so many of
working
these
people
people can
feel
do
that
this
elites
shooting
were
and
looking
killing
down
without,
on them.
because it's like, it's me.
And
It's me,
just
me,
as
me,
you
me,
point
me,
out,
me, 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 me.
there are
Me.
people who've been educated
Not a
at elite
society.
institutions
Me.
who are trying to
Fuck your
articulate that
society.
same message,
It's
the one
me.
put forward by
And the
Trump.
rest of these people that I don't
But
know
until-
scare me.
Until
I don't like when you scare
until we have
me.
kind
And
of
I have the right to shoot
more
you
genuine
because you scare
populism
me.
that addresses the structure of the economy and the
Unless you're
dignity
black
of
and brown,
work.
then you don't have any rights
I think
whatsoever.
that the suspicion of many working people against credentialed
Working white people.
meritocratic elites and professionals and experts will persist. There's also the fact that along with neoliberal globalization and a kind of credentialist meritocracy came a technocratic view of politics, the idea that we're beyond ideology now, that it's for experts to determine the shape of the economy, the deregulation of finance.
No, actually, that's what the GOP is
the
actually
trade
fighting
agreements
against.
that
That's the
outsource
problem.
jobs to low-wage countries. These were all
No,
promoted
those
in the
people are
name of
not the people you want to listen
expertise,
to.
The expertise of economists. And I think that the anger and resentment against those arrangements and against the widening inequalities they produced led to
No,
a
they
deep
haven't produced
suspicion
those things,
of
though.
experts and expertise. And we saw the bitter fruits of that during the pandemic, when the suspicion of expertise extended beyond the economists who had brought us into this fix to public health figures.
Again, and I scream, it's not the economists that brought us into this fix. It is the capitalists that brought us into this fix. That's the problem. We keep screaming economists and this neoliberal bullshit. Forgive me, but I yeah. All I'm hearing from him is this neoliberal bullshit. Again, not accounting for the fact that no, it is not some group of mathematicians from MIT and Chicago that are putting forth most of this shit. It is corporations who have figured out how to buy the fucking systems. And if your corporations are the government, China, Russia, then all of a sudden, who's doing the actual work of the society? But this neoliberal bullshit just, again, we keep renaming it because we don't want to admit what it is. And we'll keep doing it. We're just going to keep doing it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to go back to Tony because Tony just tends to be a little bit more in line with what I want to hear.
Some new stuff happening. Just an update. No big deal. We're just making
and actually makes sense because he's not
leveling up our
bullshit
our
artists who aren't being realistic about where it comes from.
Did I miss Tony's Glee, the SpaceX special destruction? Yes, that's the first thing I did was celebrate Elon's explosion this morning. Up in smoke. Oh, let's see. What else do we got? Do we got any more questions? We're shooting the shit here, so if you got questions, put them in the chat here, and I'll try to see if I can get to them. Let's see. Anybody got a question? Anybody got a question? Gabe Sanchez is going to be joining us. He's just a bit behind. Oh, Linda says, Tony, you need cowboy hats. See, I mean, damn.
Ooh. Now, see, that would be good. He needs, because he's got.
I wouldn't mind. You know what? Maybe I should.
He's got Texas Paul.
At least make a Fuckum hat for me, Gabe, and Texas Paul.
Yep, Texas Paul. You talk to him about putting those in,
right? Maybe that's what we should do. At least just make them for us. Maybe. I don't know. Someone asked, Kim P says, is it true Bongino lost his job? I know he's trending on Twitter. Let's take a look.
Did Bongino? Oh my God! Did he finally lose his frigging job?
I didn't see. Breaking news. Oh, it's his contributorship at Fox. So Fox News
Fox is
probably
saying no more of you,
Dan Bongino, to be a contributor, or it's possible. It's possible. They're saying that Fox fired him. I don't know. He just doesn't get very good ratings, I guess. Because he's a fucking idiot. That's probably why.
When
Dan,
Hal
you're
Sparks
a fucking dumbass. That's probably
can
why
take
Fox
your
fired
shit
you.
and just take it and just
not be
shred
such an
it in
asshole.
2 minutes.
That's what Dan should do.
Literally, and make a comedy
not be such
out
a
of
fucking
it.
asshole.
It's like,
and he would
okay,
keep
then
his job.
I don't
right?
think you
that's what most
no.
people would do. He's still got his show though, so he's not going to lose his show. He's just not going to be on fucking Fox News doing his bullshit over there. And then probably the reason why is because of some of these this Dominion lawsuit is they can't afford these motherfuckers anymore. They probably can't afford to pay these sumbitches anymore. So they're going to have to fucking cut fat, right?
Well, nobody over here yet. I'll put stuff over here, but you got the hospital right there.
These contributors. That way they can afford the $800 million that they got to pay Dominion. And they're not out of the woods yet. Smartmatic's going to sue them too. And the bar is set. See, that's the exciting thing about what Dominion did with the $800 million. Because really, if you think about it, that's how much the lies are worth, right? To Dominion. Yep. And really even to Smartmatic. So the defamation lies that OAN, Newsmax, Fox News, Sidney Powell, Mike Lindell, all these fucking boneheads who thought it was a good idea to defame these companies with their outright lies because their fucking snowflake feelings got hurt that Trump lost and they have to cover for him with more lies. That's how much it's worth. So, I mean, when Dominion goes to settle with OAN and Newsmax, you think Dominion is going to be like, well, you know, Fox News gave us 800, but we'll just settle for a couple million with you. Fuck no. It starts at least 800 million, right? I mean, I think so. I think the suit against Newsmax is bigger than the one against Fox News. Let's see. Do we have any? Everyone likes this phrase. Let them eat rake. What a great one.
I love that. Let them eat rake.
And it was developed here, right? In the fucking fan.
Let them eat rake.
So I'm happy that we have the phrase. Let them eat rake. Like Bongino this morning, Mike Lindell, Elon Musk.
Let's do this. I know.
Marjorie Taylor Greene yesterday was eating rake in the fucking House hearing. So,
she ate rake so heavily.
By the time we get to the end of the show, we'll show a few more clips.
I love the way she ate rake.
Absolutely eating rake. Oh, what else we got? We're gonna watch the video of Elon's rocket having a rapid, unscheduled disassembly. It's exploded, man. That's what it's called.
Thank you. It exploded, dude. It exploded.
What else do we got? You guys got any more questions?
It done did that.
Yeah, yesterday we showed Jane. Jane has it here. Dan Goldman was the one of the ones that him and Benny Thompson are the ones that really made sure that Marjorie Taylor Greene got a real good taste of that rake handle. She loves the taste of that handle on the end of the rake. Loves it. Underdoggy. He's got a question. Tony, I like your hairstyle. What kind of hair treatment do you use? Hair treatment? You mean like product? Oh, well, I mean, I use like a pomade. Why? It's not Dapper Dan. I'm not a Dapper Dan man. You ever seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? When he goes into the general store and he's trying to get pomade. I forget the one they've got. But he wants Dapper Dan. He's a Dapper Dan man. But yeah, it's pomade, just pomade, just a heavy hold, high shine.
I don't want to do that.
I like the high shine.
I always do that.
Paul asked, "Do you or Gabe dabble in any hip hop, parody or otherwise?" No, Paul. I mean,
hold on. I just
I can sing country, but that's about it. I don't know if Gabe can rap. I don't know. He wouldn't sing the other night. He says he can sing, but he wouldn't do it. So maybe he will eventually. When we get on when he gets on the show here, he should be here soon. When he gets on the show here. When are the rake shirts coming? God damn. I guess after the beanies and the whistles, we'll get the Let Them Eat Rake shirts. I don't know. You guys like the I got the Lock Him Up banners there in the merch store. If you go to store.dtonymichaels.com, I've got Lock 'em Up shirts there, but maybe we should do the let them eat rake. I don't know. What else do we got? What else do we have here today? Any other questions that you got for me? It can be politics. It doesn't have to be politics. We're just shooting the shit here today. Oh, Dustin. Oh, you poor little guy. You poor little guy. Tony's a creepy little man. Hey, Dustin, you're the one who comes here every day and puts in weird shit.
I love these people. What is wrong with you people?
Obsessed with me, friend.
But at least Tony can sit there and just go,
your
what?
Friends know that?
Just hateful,
your friends know
people.
that you come watch me every day.
Yeah, you come in here and you yell at me.
Tony,
all I'm doing is telling you all the truth.
He gets me so excited. I'm typing in messages as fast as I can on Facebook. You're the weirdo, dude. You're the weirdo. I know you got an obsession with me. I get it. A lot of people do. Some people love me. Some people love to hate me. But yours is special. So keep coming, Dustin. Keep coming.
Keep coming. You get me.
It's a session referendum on the 2023
what's it
ballot.
called online?
Is that real? Yeah. Super Saint says Tony. Texas secession referendum.
Engagement.
I'm not opposed.
You get me engagement because you keep engaging.
If their citizenry would
you
like
get
to
me
leave.
engagement because you keep engaging.
I mean, why wouldn't they want to know that? Now, I mean, here's the thing. Is that yes, they would not want to leave. They're not going to secede from the union. This is really stupid shit. So, I mean, if that's real, if they're really going to put a referendum on the ballot, I'm for that. Yeah, for sure. Fine, whatever they want to do. I'm for everyone's liberty, and I think we should have more democracy. Democracy's good.
I agree.
Super Saint says, Dustin, Jelly be because Tony's sexy AF. That might be. It may be what he's jealous of. Maybe it's he can't grow a beard and I can. That could be it. His manhood, right? He's obsessed with my beard and how I can grow and he can't. Let's see. What else do we have? Of course you do. Of course you tell your friends about your obsession with me. I know. I get it, man. I understand it.
Weird.
I understand that you tell your friends.
Little weird.
That you come and
strange.
You're creepy in the chat and shit.
Yeah.
And you say weird stuff.
Weird stuff.
You're like, I totally own this guy. I watch him 2 hours every day because I don't have a job. And I live in my mom's basement, so I can watch him every day. And I can troll him. It's really exciting. You know, most people in the chat are at work and they're sneaking in the chat, right? They're sneaking in the chat. I'm telling you, they're either retired or they're sneaking in the chat because most of the audience, they have jobs and shit.
Yep. Or they work from home. Or they're working from home.
In the chat. I'm telling you, these people are watching like with their earbuds and shit at their desk.
As you.
Sneaking the shit.
Okay, hold on.
You're just like out there bragging about how you're
do
creepy.
Because I'm going to do these.
Let's see. We got any more questions?
I'd
Why hasn't the FCC pulled Fox News' license to broadcast?
Because they're not on the FCC.
They're a cable company. Yeah, again,
understand what the
you have to understand.
They're not
right?
on
like a lot of
TV.
liberals and a lot of the left want for Fox News to be off the air. Which I mean, I'm not opposed to Fox News not existing, but we as a society can't go, well, you can't exist because we don't like you, because if we do that to them, they can do that to us. Do you understand? That's the problem with doing that, right? So what we have to do is we have to be louder. Our arguments are way better than theirs, folks.
Because
our
arguments
sell way better than theirs. Now, generally speaking,
because
the left
usually
and
we're telling the truth,
selling their ideas.
Honesty actually goes a hell of a lot farther. It's just that the fucking lie can get exactly
to sell an idea that the American people want. Right?
Gee,
I don't make it fucking complicated. I don't require you to go read fucking encyclopedias worth of data and polls to understand that Americans don't want to go broke because of a medical bill. Right?
Exactly.
It's not fucking complicated. And you don't have to use scary, stupid words to describe that. You just say, we don't want to go broke because of a medical bill. Most people in America understands that healthcare costs money, right? Like if you go to the doctor, you get a prescription drug, you understand that you're going to have to pay a little bit. But people who, number one, don't have the money to afford it,
oh my God,
be able to
pay
get
is a
their
different
prescription
thing.
Drugs and their doctor's
and that's
visits,
the problem.
even
we
if
need
they
to
can't
stop
afford
with the
it.
oh my
Rich
God
enough.
pay.
Elon's got enough fucking money. Jesus Christ, he burnt $44 billion buying Twitter, and he burned up a rocket this morning. And you're going to try to convince us that we ain't got enough money to give people fucking insulin in this country? Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. Yeah, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. If we can spend money on Elon's fucking failed rocket, and Elon can fucking spend $44 billion to destroy Twitter, then he can afford some fucking taxes. That's just the long of the short of it. And every billionaire like him can afford it too. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. You can't convince American people that that's not true, right?
Problem is because there aren't enough billionaires to say, oh, well, that's not true.
Now, the only thing that we have to do with Fox News is we have to be louder. We have to be. That's why I yell and scream into the microphone every day. I'm the outrage machine on the left. Or the Rush Limbaugh, the left, or I've been called a lot of things.
I like the Rush Limbaugh,
and I'm going to be called a lot more, and a lot worse. Works. And I don't give a shit
because
that's
that
my
actually
job.
gives people
that's where I'm at. That's
a context
that I
for why I've been screaming the
I understand
exact same
I
shit
get it.
since
I'm
2005,
kind of the rodeo clown,
and he's
you
the one who's
call
going
it
to
of
take
the
off.
left. I get that.
Yep.
But it's to form a national narrative, and you know, like Dustin. I give Dustin shit, but Dustin, he literally is telling his friends. His fucking brain dead ass friends, his delusional friends that have been fucking brainwashed and mind fucked into this stupid fucking own the libs as if liberalism is fucking
works.
bad and fascism good, right?
Yeah,
They've been fucking mind fucked.
What do you mean? What are you owning?
White supremacy, the institution of white supremacy has done a hell of a job on white people in this country, and even bled out past white people on the people of color. White supremacy, the institution of white supremacy. I'm not talking about just like the KKK wearing hoods and shit.
Thank you.
I'm
That's
talking
not
about
white supremacy.
Institutional white supremacy. right?
What
But
that
here's the
is
thing. If Dustin comes
you
every day
understand
and
that
he
the
gets
KKK is
100 of
nothing
his
more
friends, his
than what the
dumped up friends,
Taliban
which I
was.
guess Dustin has 100 friends.
It's
Dustin, maybe
the
got 100
fringe.
friends, maybe. I mean, you might have 10,
It's the fringe.
20. Yeah, best. But hey, that's okay because Dustin gets 3 or 4, maybe one of his friends to come and watch, and then that guy has 2 or 3 friends. They come watch, and then they come watch, and they come watch, and they come and listen. Don't you see how that can perpetuate? Right? That's how you move the fucking needle. Democrats and liberals in general don't understand that. They don't get how to move the needle. They look at like Rush Limbaugh and right-wing talk radio, and they're like, oh, it's so bad, and we should do the opposite of that. No. What are you talking about? What do you say the opposite, but you do the thing they're doing.
Right.
It works.
You just make sure
we got Trump.
You scream the same
stupid
shit.
bastards. What do you think? Where do you think
You
Trump
scream
came
truth,
from?
that's all.
You think Trump just fucking was a fart out of thin air? No, it was fucking decades and decades and decades of the right-wing
crap.
thin-veiling conservatism or fascism up as conservatism and selling it on right-wing talk radio and Fox News.
Every day.
Okay? And it's
Every
the way they
damn
did
day.
it and how they did it and how they
Every
kept
day.
people's attention the whole goddamn time. That's how it works. That's how it I hate to be so transparent about it, but that's how it fucking works.
Every day.
I mean, the reason why a lot of you come here and watch every day is, number one, the fucking fam is the best chat fam in the goddamn universe. I dare you to find a better one. Go fucking find it. Good luck. Number two, we give good support here at the fucking fam in the chat. It's about democracy. It's about liberty. It's about making sure that everyone has equal fucking rights and equality in this country. Now, it isn't perfect. We know democracy isn't perfect. It's not designed to be perfect. That's kind of the point. It's because we got to work our asses off to do these things. Because once we work our asses to do these things, it's harder for them to take it away from us. But the other thing about this show that I know the reason why you come and watch is because how I do this. Did you know I know I've told you this before? I designed this show after right-wing talk radio.
Exactly.
That's why people call me the Rush Limbaugh of the left, because it sounds like his show. It's the same fucking format almost.
That's why the guy who's telling you that the
I
people
designed it to
who
sound
are
like
faking
that,
it,
but I'm saying
in
the
Congress
opposite shit.
looks like a Republican.
I'm saying the fucking
because you
truth.
gotta base it on their
Pro-democracy,
bullshit,
propaganda,
in order
if
to
you want to
win
call it that. So
It's true.
we can't just get rid of Fox News.
Nope.
Because if we get rid of Fox News, they can get rid of me. They can get rid of anyone else. When they take power, when they have the reins and the opportunity to do it.
Which is what they're trying to do through the courts.
What we do to get rid of Fox
attention
News
to that more than
is
anything else.
unmind fuck all these people. Yes, it's going to take a long time, folks. It's hard work isn't done in a day, okay? And the hard work of democracy definitely isn't done in a lifetime. We've been working on this democracy for fucking hundreds of years. And democracy's been around for thousands, and we're still not perfecting it yet.
Not yet.
And I don't know that we ever will have a perfect republic.
No. Because
but
it's always going to
worth
change.
Every single fucking,
this
single
crap
ounce of blood
that
and
something
sweat.
is going to stay the same forever and ever and ever is complete and utter bullshit.
For that
we will never ever
chance
have that.
of equity and equality for everyone. And the reason why I try to amplify my voice every single day is because of my personal experience of knowing what people like Dustin think and where he comes from. Because I know my experience is that, folks.
I did not ask
I get it.
over here.
And I try to understand and I try to listen. To others' experience.
Here's the thing, and I will always keep saying this. Nostalgia will destroy you. Nothing is the same. Nope. Sorry, you lost that second a second ago. You will never get it back. No matter how great you felt in it, you will never get it back. You can relive it in a different way, but you'll never get it back. Because it's a different minute. Everything in it is completely different. Something new got created, something got destroyed, and we keep going. Somebody lived, somebody died, something changed. It's not the same second. And that's the problem. Nostalgia will destroy you. It's always moving. You cannot get it back. The thing is to go with the changes and allow them so that they go along and your life is good.
I believe that everyone's experience, everyone's is important.
I agree.
It is important to
because
our
we
nation.
live in a society. A society.
We can't discount one over the other. And just because someone was mind-fucked by the institution of white supremacy or Fox News, now I'm not making excuses.
Nope, thank you.
These people need to be held accountable. They need to be mocked.
Please.
That is the appropriate way to handle them.
Whoa, a lot of people.
Well, when they change their
Already.
minds, when the paradigm of society shifts again, and it will, trust me, it will. Then we will know why Fox News shouldn't exist as a society. And no one will watch that garbage. No one will give it fucking time of day. DirecTV, cable company, aren't going to give it a percentage of its fucking subscription anymore because it's garbage.
Right.
And no one wants that
And
shit.
that's what the.
And no one wants to
what's
hear the
gonna
fucking
happen,
lies anymore. But
believe me, is one of the things that's already starting to happen is because Fox is a publicly owned company. It's not just Rupert Murdoch. The shareholders are going to come after him, and he can't afford to get out from under them. And if they go after him, it could change everything. And there's already one lawsuit, and there's the looking to be very credibly. Okay, at one point I know there were 4 or 5, but I think what happened, and we'll see if it does pan out, is what may end up being a very large class action by the stockholders. And those tend to move pretty quickly because it's so much money that they may oust the entire Murdoch family and maybe do a little revamp on how Fox works. So we're not out of it, but doesn't look like it's going to happen fast. It's going to take another year, maybe 2.
Right now, we're at the intersection of WrestleMania and real life. And folks, these people want to be lied to. Like Dustin and his buddies that come watch this,
I agree.
Want to be lied to.
I agree.
They want to be heard what they want to hear. Because it hurts their sensitive privilege to hear the truth about what history is and about what shit is now. It's too much for them. They're too sensitive. They're too snowflakey. They're pussy-ass bitches. They can't handle it. They can't. But Dustin comes here every day, and his buddies come here every day. So they can at least handle my style of truth, and eventually, even as thick-headed as Dustin is, it might sink in. Maybe an idea or two. Just an idea or two.
Why is this asking me to log in?
And on and on and on it'll go. And we'll chip away and chip away and chip it away, because it's worth it. I know a lot of people don't like Dustin. I know a lot of people like Dustin. But if Dustin changed his mind tomorrow and he legitimately said, you know what, I was fucking wrong, and he came here and said it, you'd welcome him.
Oh, God, yes.
You'd welcome him.
God, yes. Hello, yes.
So let's not give up on our citizens. Let's not give up on our countrymen. Just because places like Fox News and the right-wing talk radio, like Dan Bongino and Mike Lindell and all these other fucking vile-ass fascists have mind-fucked these people, we shouldn't just count them out. What we need to do to get rid of Fox News is not, again, cancel them out of existence. Let's use our democracy. Let's use our capitalism to get rid of them. Because I don't know if you noticed, Fox News is like, oh, First Amendment. First Amendment.
Yeah, but you
had
can't
to pay
lie.
$800 million
You can't knowingly
because of their
lie.
dumbass First Amendment statements. Because there's one thing that Fox News understands, because it is about their First Amendment, folks. I'm not doubting that at all.
No, but you can't just lie like that.
Fox News has the right to say whatever the fuck
Right,
they want.
you can't
whatever lies they want to
knowingly
sell.
put something up that you know is bullshit and a lie.
is the
You just
consequences
cannot do
of
that,
speech.
especially if you're calling yourself
Consequences.
news.
So let's make
That's
them
my
pay
only thing.
the fucking
If
consequences.
I could
We
do it,
not
the
have
thing
to
I would
regulate
force
them
Fox to do is
or-
I
or
don't want
fucking
any
get
money.
or
I
just
don't
snap our
want a
fingers and they're
damn
gone.
dime.
Folks, OAM's
I want
done.
them not to
I don't know if
be
you know
able
this,
to
OAM's
ever be
fucking
called
done.
news
And the reason why is
or
because OAM is trash and
or
garbage.
information
And
again.
DirecTV and every other provider's like, yeah, we're not putting you on our fucking platform. Fuck that shit. No one's going to buy our shit if you're on there because you're a goddamn dumpster fire.
Thank
You're
you.
bad for business.
You're a dumpster file. You're bad for
That's
business.
capitalism.
You're horrible.
That's
You know what I'm
because
gonna
you
put
vote
here?
with your fucking money.
We're right on the edge.
It's your vote. It's your vote with your money.
'Cause I think I'm gonna put a little because right here.
But we have to pair our vote with our money with our microphones. And that's
Then I'm gonna
most
put this
important.
little bit here.
Someone's got their microphone on.
I'm gonna
it looks
put a
like.
little.
Maybe. We'll see if he's got his
Technical
microphone
school.
on. Gabe Sanchez. He does. He has his microphone on. Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
Apartment area.
Now we're I was taking some
here.
questions from the audience.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking about Fox News there. So I did
Propaganda
I did
machine.
what was it, 20-minute rant, something like that on Fox News, something like
I
that.
mean, I feel like
If not more than that.
you can always do a 20-minute rant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck yeah, man.
exactly, exactly.
Hells to the yeah.
I should be able to
I
do
mean,
a lot
I
more
could
than
do
that.
2 hours on Fox News alone.
Thank you.
They
Just
are,
on Fox News.
How do you say it? Fucked? Yeah. They're just, I mean, you know.
That's a lot of money, man. $800 million. I mean, it's not gonna like phase them like immediately.
Right.
And Rupert Murdoch can shit $800 million, right?
Yeah.
So right. I mean, it's not.
But I mean, it's it. Look, I know a lot of like I too was in the camp. And I'm still in the camp of like, I want to see this shit, right? I want to see the documents. I want to see the testimony.
I want to see it all, and I don't think we ever
questions.
will, unless
Specifically the Fox News hosts
Dominion or
that
one of
knew
the
that
other
they
guys
were
don't.
pushing
Right.
lies. And
Well, I
wanna
mean,
see them,
everyone
you know.
wants to see the truth,
Yeah.
but you know.
But again, like we talked about yesterday, $2.7 billion Smartmatic. Dominion has,
Set the bar.
I think it was Katie Fang who said it. I saw it on Instagram. She was like, Dominion crawled so Smartmatic could run.
Right.
And that's really what it is right now. Because now we have the bar that's set. We say, okay, the minimum is 787 million and 500,000.
Million.
And now Smartmatic knows going in, like, great. We know exactly what the minimum is for a $1.6 billion lawsuit.
Roberts is going to be brought in to tell us what the fuck is going on with this corrupt piece of shit
less
court.
on like that we're, we don't
Sorry,
need the money.
Thomas
we're willing
needs
just
to
push
be
you out there to expose
bye-bye.
the lies.
Retire
and put it in
time.
the public.
Retire now.
It's just one
I
of
know
those
you
things I'm
guys
like,
don't want it under Biden.
It's all
because then
coming,
it's going
it's
to
all
even out
coming
the
back.
courts
We got
again.
Mike
No, it
Lindell.
won't. It's
That
still going to be
shit's coming back
conservative.
on
But
today.
Thomas needs to go.
Man, I totally I text you. I was like,
I don't even give a
this
fuck
10
about
second
that.
news cycle,
Thomas
man.
needs to go.
Yeah,
that
it really
man
fucked me
is
this
one
morning 'cause I put the
corrupt
Elon
piece of
thing. We put the
bullshit.
Elon thing
And
in.
doesn't it
It's
just
like,
figure
well,
that
you
it's
know,
the
it's like-
fucking
As soon as I
black
send it out, as soon
justice?
as I send it out, I see the Michael
Motherfucker.
Lindell's. I'm like, God damn it.
Motherfucker.
And it's
Well-
it's gonna like wrap in the news cycle, so we won't be able to come back to it tomorrow, probably.
Yeah.
Someone on Twitch is asking, what is the show about? Are you talking about this show? What the fuck? I don't know. Stick around, you'll fucking find out.
What's this show about?
Hide and watch over there on Twitch, I guess. I got some more some comments here.
I love Twitch.
One's from Kiro. There's the Mexican.
Now,
husband.
tomorrow
I told you,
we'll
people,
probably
we changed the
be
name.
going
It's
back
Shits
and forth
Giggles.
between this and
Giggles,
how.
that's my name.
And,
God damn.
Don't wear it out.
I just couldn't take the TYT crap
He's
because
gonna
it's just
regret
like,
he ever
yes,
fucking
you're going to
said
bring
that.
on one of these
It'd be like 20
idiotic
years
brainiacs that I'm going to
I'm
scream
still
at.
trying to think
that's
of
just
what
like,
my
you're an idiot.
chemistry teacher.
You're an idiot.
told
You
me.
still haven't thought
You're
of it?
making up big
No, I
words.
You need to
remember
get
it.
high today.
And
Then you'll.
I
big
know.
amounts
Are
of
you getting high today
bullshit
for 420?
to say that you're as left
Later
as
today.
left. in
Later.
there
Oh, so you're-
when
I got
You're gonna
meetings
smoke?
I gotta do. I
You're
got
not.
meetings and I gotta.
You
What
don't
was that?
care.
I gotta film.
Ah,
and
fuck, man. You know me, show up drunk and high at meetings.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
serious
yeah.
thing. I think you told that story one time on here.
Yeah.
I showed up wasted on margaritas to a
And
meeting.
then just turned off the camera, turned off the sound.
Yeah, because I had to
Just
go
checked
fucking
out for a
puke.
minute.
I had to go puke. It was an important meeting too. Like it was a really important meeting. And Gabe's like, "Hey, are you okay over there?" He's like texting me. I'm like,
Wait,
"Man,
wait. Hold on. Somebody says, "Is this a joke? I'm not Mexican."
You're not
Born in
Mexican?
Mexico?
You don't have to be born in Mexico to be Mexican, I don't think.
I mean, I don't know.
All
I thought
right.
first generation was good enough. I
Right,
guess I
well,
gotta
you
be
know.
born there. Right? Well, I'll go fuck myself.
Yeah. Why don't you just go fuck yourself, Chips and Giggles? I've got another question.
No,
here.
that's not a joke. I'm not Mexican because I wasn't born in Mexico.
What?
What?
I don't think.
I
That,
don't know.
I mean, you're American.
No.
But you're
Yeah,
Mexican.
see, this is a
I'm
white person that probably
American.
calls themselves
I mean,
Irish.
You consider yourself?
Is this a
Mexican
white
American
person
or
or
not?
it calls
Big
themselves
Steph fan here
German?
says, I don't agree. You're
yeah.
American.
Huh.
Right? Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean,
I was born in America, and yes, I'm American, but I still also consider myself Mexican. Like, I'm sure if you want to compromise,
split hairs.
if you want to split
guess.
hairs, we'll call myself Mexican American,
right?
But I I don't. Okay,
Because your entire family, like your dad's side, is in Mexico, and your
Literally,
dad's in
I was
Thank
Mexico
you.
now
Hello.
too.
I was
When I
literally
go
just
when
there
I go on
visiting
vacation
family
to
in
visit
Mexico.
family,
My abolition.
It's Mexico.
anyone who is in your
Thank you.
in your family that is on the Mexican side,
thank you.
they're
It's
all
like
from.
I go
think that
to
they would-
Mexico
I
to
think that
visit
they
family.
beg
Would
to
they
differ.
consider
That
you
would say
Mexican?
I'm Mexican then.
Yeah.
like you're real, like when you go to Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Even though your mom's white, she's from America. If you go to Mexico, they consider you Mexican, right?
Yeah.
But I mean,
Hell
we talked
to the
about it on the
fuck
show
yeah.
where, like, when you were growing up, some of the Mexican community you weren't Mexican enough, and the white community you weren't white enough. Right? That's a challenge.
Yeah, that's a challenge, and that exists in
That
both
happens
places.
in every
America and also
freaking
in Mexico
community.
But if
Hello.
I'm with my family,
You see
it's
my
not like,
sisters
oh,
and my brothers.
check
You
out that
go,
gringo,
huh?
man. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like he's gay.
Huh?
He's our family.
Yeah.
He's Mexican.
Right. He's
But
Chips
also,
and
like, if
Giggles.
you're
Look at
probably
Chips
not
and Giggles
black
over there.
enough for
Also,
you
if
people.
someone needs me to verify,
Oh,
like,
I'm
do
not
I have a
joking.
Mexican ID?
There would be some black
I
folks that,
don't.
oh, they're not
But
good.
also,
Yeah.
I am because I
You're
don't know what's
showing
going to
not
why
a
happen.
white
Mexican
supremacy
citizen,
is
maybe
so
is what Big
strong
Steph
in
is
this
saying.
world.
Yeah. However, I thought
Can
you
you
were.
have dual citizenship?
Yeah, and that's actually
Did?
something I'm working on.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah,
So
my
does
mom has
does your
it.
dad have dual citizenship, or is he just
My mom has it
citizen
in
He's
Mexico
just a
where
citizen
she
of
lives
Mexico.
Okay,
and here.
I got you.
I used to have it
I'm
between here and
actually-
Germany.
This year, I'm working on becoming a dual citizen.
That's
So
pretty
because-
sick. So
Actually,
what is
the best
what is-
part is
so when
because
you-
I
if you
used to have it
become
in
a dual
Germany.
citizen,
I
what-
could actually get it
what
back
kind
if
of
I
benefits
really,
do you
really,
get
really,
being-
I
really,
can get
really
the fuck
wanted
out of this
to
country as soon as I want.
be at work. Yep, it wouldn't take that
Ain't
much.
that a
to get it back.
motherfucker when you're like, oh fuck, I'm going across
Yeah,
the border
because
the
it was
other
military,
direction. When
really.
Republicans like,
Early
oh,
in
they're all
time.
coming here to take our jobs.
Right.
Like,
There
I wanna
was a
go live
point
on
that
the
I was
beach in
looking at
Mexico.
going
That
to
sounds
New
good.
Zealand.
So that's the plan.
Through work.
But
And I still could do that, because
If
New
I remember
Zealand still
correctly,
needs
like,
people.
the actual.
You know
The
what?
actual-
But here's the thing: if you move to a certain part of Mexico, you'll be in my time zone.
If I
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
if
so
I
you won't
if
be
I
2
moved,
hours.
If I moved to Mexico City, I would
Motherfucker,
in
be
your
able to
time zone.
sleep in.
Yeah, I would
Motherfucker, be able to
in,
sleep
yeah.
in. God
Yeah.
damn. So
And
is
it'd be
that
more
really cool? Is that what
affordable.
you want to do? Is go to Mexico City and live there?
Not right now.
Oh,
it would
okay.
be. It would
Maybe
be,
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be like.
Yeah.
Every time I
My
go
mom
back,
actually was looking
as
at
I've been
living
going
down there
back
too.
More and more recently.
She was a little. She's like,
Yeah,
oh, it's
part of
probably
like,
because she went to
But also,
Santa Cruz.
there's this whole. There's
And that's
a
one of the
whole
places
side
she was
of
looking. And that's where
the
they
culture
just got.
now
She
of,
still goes
like,
down there
during
to
the
vacation.
pandemic,
She
a lot
likes
of people
Santa
moved
Cruz.
down to
Pretty far down.
Mexico because it was not as expensive, right?
Right.
And
Much
it's the same
cheaper.
issue that Portugal is experiencing right now, where people were moving to Portugal. There's a bunch of expats that are in Portugal, and
Yep.
a bunch of people, the Portuguese
Mexico's the
who
same
are
way.
there, are getting upset because they're causing the prices to go up,
Right.
the affordability.
Exactly.
for housing
Affordability is
like
going-
it's all of this stuff is changing. The same
Right.
thing is happening in Mexico City as well.
Right.
And it's a whole thing. There's like gentrification, which
It's
is a double-edged sword.
retirees. Yes, my mom
But
is a
there's a bunch of
retiree.
people who
and it's
own
starting to happen there.
properties, and
And
the
it's
cost
not
of living
quite
has
as
gone
bad
up,
there,
and the people who
but it's
live there in the
still
city
down.
have to be pushed out.
Yep.
It's. I mean, we see it in
An issue.
every country that has.
Every
Yeah,
country.
well, and it's really, I mean, it's in every state too. Like in
Yeah.
the state of Missouri, because like
Exactly.
where I live,
Exactly.
it's one of the lowest.
Because
cost
my
of
mom was
livings in
looking
the
at
entire
Corpus
country.
Christi too.
That must be nice.
But she was like,
well, like literally,
Corpus
I'm
Christi,
sure
yeah, the
my
house is cheaper,
costs
but
about half of what your
for
one
what she
bedroom
paid
apartment.
for the house in Mexico,
Probably.
she now has 2 houses in Mexico.
And my
One that's
entire
rented
family's able to live
and
here and have
doing
some
just
space,
fine.
right?
And that
And we've got like extra
when she
rooms.
does
like
sell
I've
it,
got,
she'll
weight
sell it
room,
for
the gym.
cash.
I'm
Yeah.
sleeping in my dog's kennel.
put
man,
it into
it's
a
fucking
house up
crazy.
here, and eventually that'll become one of our houses.
You know, did she kick you out
Up
of
here.
bed? Is that what
Another-
happened?
we'll
Is
have
that
2
why you're
houses
sleeping
up
with the
here.
dogs?
I don't want
In California.
He's not gonna get it. Okay, so
California.
here's another question. We were on Fox News. Someone said,
But they're
how about
family.
RSBN?
Owned by the family.
I actually don't know if
I think they're
RSBN is actually being sued.
fine.
Yeah, I don't think
It's
RSBN
just
is
OAN,
being sued.
Newsmax, and Fox News,
Right.
and then the individual parties. But I don't think RSBN is on there.
And
Somehow RSBN got.
Well, because RSBN, the one thing that RSBN doesn't do is pretend that it's not commentary. Like Fox News, they'll pretend that their commentary is news. Newsmax and OAN the same way. They're trying to pretend that they're like we don't pretend that our commentary is fucking news here, right?
Yeah.
We're commentating on the news, but we're not
On the news,
And
right.
we'll cover things live as they're happening.
We are not
Yeah.
Give
news.
you
We are not
commentary
the
on
people
those
you
things,
should
but
be
we're not
coming
pretending
to
that
for
somehow-
actual
Yeah, you know, we're
information.
like-
You're
we're
just
like
looking
Tucker
at it and
Carlson
going, hey,
in
by
the
the
sense
way,
that,
here's why the Republicans look like
we are an entertainment show,
complete
Right.
idiots.
and you have to be so gullible to no. But yeah,
Well, I know. But I
report
mean,
on
in
what's
some
going
reality,
on.
we're not.
Yeah.
But we're commentating on the
Yeah.
news.
On reality,
But it's-
not
yeah,
on
we're not
on
reporting.
fake of the
yeah,
bullshit.
I'm not a
that
journalist.
is-
Yeah, I'm not every 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m.
Right.
news.
Right.
Not
exactly.
reporting and
We'll see
holding
what
me
they do.
accountable. I mean, I think people should hold us accountable, but I mean,
But I
like
do
holding
need
us
to put it
accountable
in
to like the
another
general
park.
population to be like, oh,
23
what they're saying
just
is
20
this bad thing,
23,000
which is what
people.
happened with Fox News, OAN, and Newsmax.
in this
and
little
I looked,
space.
I looked on RSBN, and I can't find anything.
I don't think they're being sued at all.
I think they somehow saved themselves. I don't know what they did and what they didn't do
Well,
in terms
again-
of like reporting on this, but
Again, there's probably not much evidence that they were outright.
they're gonna be the only fucking one
perpetuating.
left, man.
Well, RSBN's one of the worst of them, though.
Right? I know.
I mean,
Like,
in all
I-
reality,
I honestly am just like, well, if Newsmax and OAN gets fucking,
you don't
gutted-
think Fox News survives this? I mean, to some form.
No,
or
no,
fashion?
no. Fox News will survive this. I mean, I'm curious.
They may be broke for it. They may be broke for.
Yeah,
a long
yeah.
fucking
Because
time.
again,
no, they're
like
not
as
gonna
I
be
was saying on the
broke.
show yesterday, at
They
the
will
end
not
of
be broken in any
2022,
way, shape, or
they
form.
had
They
4.1 billion
exactly.
in cash.
They have
and cash
plenty of money
equivalents.
sitting there.
So there's a reason why they didn't want to go to court, because they were on the hook for 1.6 billion for the lawsuit. Now, the jury could come back and say, you know what, for everything you guys did, and for all the people that were fucking brainwashed and crazy, and the insurrection and all this stuff, you have to consider the possibility, not that we don't know what happened, but there's the possibility that the jury could come back and be like, oh, you guys owe them $3 billion, right? Which would be crazy. And I wouldn't imagine that would happen.
but
And then it
never
would probably
got
go and get appealed, and there would be some lower amount. Who knows what they would end up paying?
Right.
But the reason they paid the nearly 800 million is because they looked at it and they're like, look, it's just better to call it a loss here, because I mean, even going in, I don't know if people know this, but there was the evidence they had submitted is they were submitting clips of The Simpsons. Did you know that?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Let me
as part
find
of their
this because it was
defense.
From, hold on.
So while you're
Listen to
looking at
this.
Scott
I
Perkins
love the
asked
fact that
if,
they're covering this
RSBN
because
Bannon's
part of their
channel, are
defense was
RSBN does carry Bannon's podcast. There's other channel like Michael Lindell's, whatever is it? Frank's Speech? Is that what?
Yeah,
you,
Frank's
or-
Speech. FrankSpeech.com. FrankSpeech.com.
right.
They carry
right.
Bannon's show as well.
Correct.
So you got to remember like shows like ours. If we're gonna go out and be on a network, like we're not gonna pen ourselves where it's like, unless it's a really big exclusive deal where we can only broadcast our show on one network.
Yeah.
Like we want to be able to syndicate, in other words, sort of. It's a little different in the world that we live in now with podcasts as opposed to radio because you have the internet. But
Well, you can still
Bannon's-
syndicate. But
Bannon
yeah, because
RSBN
like
is
if you're on
one of
like
the networks
Stephanie
that
Miller's
work
network, that's a different thing.
actually
Because she's got a
holds,
syndicated network now.
Bannon's,
which is
Bannon's
good.
show.
Good thing.
Yeah.
Good.
But again, you're not going to get rid of
Podcast
Bannon
network.
either. Even if you
Podcast
get rid of
network.
RSBN and Newsmax and OAN,
You know what I
he's
want?
going to
I
be
want
able to
to
fucking. I mean,
recycle.
look at Alex Jones, motherfucker. He's doing everything he can not to pay that $1 billion or close to $1 billion that he owes
everything he can.
the Sandy Hook families. That motherfucker
Every
is still yelling
fucking
and
thing he
screaming into a
can.
microphone, and he'll continue to. Because that's what people don't understand about the freedom of speech. Even liberals and left sometimes. They don't understand that it's not, yes, you have the right to say whatever the fuck you want.
Yep.
Now, sometimes
I understand.
it isn't
Everybody has a
freedom of
right to
speech.
say,
like if you're
shut
acting
the
on
fuck
hate
up and
speech
tell
or
you
you're
that, no,
yelling,
we don't like
the
what you're
great
saying.
example is fire in a crowded theater.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that you don't have consequences of your speech. Whatever you're saying has fucking consequences. Like my speech here almost every day has consequences of democracy and people engaging in the democracy. That's a consequence. I'm willing to live with the other consequences for that one.
We get dinged on YouTube and on
there's consequences for your speech.
Twitter and I don't do the Facebook and all that yet.
All right, so the first one is
maybe I'll get to that point
and
where
he was summarizing
I'm,
what was done, and the second one is the actual article itself.
It's probably about a month or two.
So this is on April 18th.
Because I am. I'm thinking
this
about
is what
just
they
keeping
were
going
leading.
with this.
They were going in
two other things
before they settled and agreed to nearly $800 million in this lawsuit. This is what they were submitting, and this is not a joke.
No joke.
Who's submitting this?
Listen
Fox
to this.
News?
This is Fox
Listen
News.
to this.
Their legal team was submitting this as evidence.
So Ed, let me read what Ed said. Breaking, no joke. Fox News has just unveiled some of their exhibits for the Dominion trial. They include 4 separate clips from a hit TV show series, The Simpsons. The one you're thinking of, like Bart Simpson. That's the one.
The cartoon.
Yep, right. The 4 episodes all show Homer Simpson voting in presidential elections. Oh my, are you fucking kidding me? So
no
one of them is
fucking
Homer
joke.
Simpson
This
votes
is
for
what
Obama.
they
one of them
actually
is Homer votes for Romney.
What?
One of them is where Putin tries to convince Homer to vote for Donald Trump. And then the 4th one is Homer is indecisive when going and voting for Biden or Trump.
Biden.
This is fucking real. Does Fox News really think juries? Why is this an exhibit? Like, what do they think this proves?
Thank you.
Look, okay, so according to this article I was reading, it says Fox News suggested on Tuesday, April 18th, that it would defend itself against defamation claims by showing a jury partial episodes of The Simpsons. It included the 4 clips. Homer Simpson is shown to be considering a presidential candidate other than Donald Trump. A 4th clip shows Vladimir Putin voting for Trump. It doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense.
Like,
why are you putting in crap
this is the reason.
From The Simpsons.
So here was one of their main arguments. Their anchors for their arguments, I should say. So what Fox News was trying to say, which it didn't seem like the court was buying it, but it didn't matter what the court was buying. It matters what the jury would have bought, right? And they actually seated 12 jurors, and I think they actually selected 12 backup jurors by the time I think they had the whole.
Well, yeah,
jury.
you gotta have backups.
Well, I know, but I mean, they had them seated by the time they settled, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like, they were ready to
the
go.
The judge wouldn't
they were
let them
literally
take any more time. The judge was like, "No, we're going to get the fucking jury
here,
and then if you come to an agreement, then fine. But we're going to move ahead with this because the judge was getting impatient.
They broke for lunch.
The judge was not going to wait on these motherfuckers to work this out.
They broke for lunch.
And the reason why the judge is smart to do that is because the judge is like, "Look, you either come to an agreement or you don't." Right? We're in fucking court here. You brought the litigation to this point. Either shit or get off the pot. Now, one of their arguments is that what Fox News was doing was just reporting what Donald Trump was saying. Because Donald Trump was the president at the time, and he was saying all these fucking lies.
Right by
the problem comes when Fox News when they were reporting what he was saying, wasn't saying that's a fucking lie.
Yeah.
Because they can't say, well, Dominion this, Dominion that, Dominion this, Dominion that, and defame them without telling their viewers, even though that's a lie, that's what Donald Trump is saying. Because other networks and other press coverage, because they didn't want to get caught in this situation with defamation, they wanted to make sure they said, yes, he's saying this, but it's fucking untrue.
Right.
There's no fact in this. Hugo Chavez did not fucking compel Dominion from his grave.
I think I might be doing too much on
change
this
the
machine.
votes or some shit.
Even though this machine is not doing the transmission,
it's
just playing the game.
That why they
it's
would
playing the game
use
and it's showing me that you guys are
is that maybe they.
It's showing me the stream.
Maybe Fox News wanted to argue that they, it was entertainment,
right?
Fox was entertainment, and it was
even the Simpsons was kind of playing this
right.
game.
And they're like,
if
the
that part off.
Is not defaming, then how is this?
And they're saying that basically Tucker Carlson and the rest of their primetime slot, people,
because that was another anchor
stealing, right?
That was another anchor of their argument was that it's just entertainment, right?
But still,
the problem is that
you
Fox
sold
News
off your entertainment part.
There's the news in the moniker,
right?
You
sold off your entertainment part.
Right.
And we don't say
part
we're
of my
bringing you
problem.
the news.
To make money, you sold
and I'm
off your
reporting, and I'm a
entertainment part.
journalist. I don't run around with press credentials pretending to be a fucking journalist. We're entertainment. We're commentary. That's what we're doing. We're commentating on the news and trying to make it entertaining enough for you to learn a thing or two.
But it goes to show you that this is how little prepared they were for this. Like, I don't think that they were expecting much at all. Like, they were literally pulling the worst,
grasping at straws. Could it be
argument?
Well, could it be that was the best argument that had? What is it?
See, that's my thing. Was that the best argument that they had?
And Zach Galifianakis?
Was that the best?
And they're like, this is the best idea you got. This is the worst best idea we got.
This is the best we have.
This is
the
all best
we have.
worst idea we got. Like, this is a horrible idea, but it's the best
we have.
And I think honestly they were like, well, we got nothing. Like, we have been shown in the public, we have been shown through documents, those files, the transcripts, the text messages, the emails, how much Fox News knew what they were doing. They were intentionally misleading Americans about the election. And then
that was your point, right? That was your point, is that's what you really wanted to see in the lawsuit.
Yeah, I wanted to see,
that's what would have been bared out in the actual trial.
Right. I wanted to see Tucker Carlson on the stand answer the questions about why he lied, or Laura Ingraham or Sean Hannity. I wanted that shit on the record. Now, that's not to say that it won't be on the record, right? That it won't be something that we'll find out in the Smartmatic trial.
People are walking there. They're getting off the tram, and they're I lost.
If there's some other lawsuits that include those people, right? You could easily find that's what we get, which would be great, right? But it is one of those things where I'm like, it would have been great to like see that shit, right? Like, oh my god, I would pay to watch that type of coverage, right?
Right.
Just like, oh yeah, for $10, I'll pay it every day. I gotta watch
let's fucking do it. Let's do it on Court TV. Well, speaking of Fox News, and it seems like they fucked around and found out, and now they're paying the price, right? So they're starting to dump some of these conservative big contracts they got. Dan Bongino apparently got fired from Fox News.
Bongino, I don't know how is it Bongino? I always call him like Boing Boing. I'm like Dan Boing
Bongino.
Bongahole.
Dan Bongino. Now, apparently, they say he got fired. So now he would have some sort of contributor contract, and I'm sure at almost any point Fox News could eliminate that. You know, like Sarah Palin had a contributor contract for a while. They fired her.
They all got contributor contracts. Right. They're all like, they come on and, they're...
Right. Now, you won't lose a show.
People you've never heard
because
of
their shows are also...
It's almost like going from full-time...
That's where Kimberly Guilfoyle came from.
So they're actually doing the same thing we're doing here.
Sexual assault.
They're doing their show. They're just sponsored.
That she did onto
and
another
their
person.
podcast is actually put up by the company.
Which was revealed in these Fox files, which was amazing. You're like, I don't know how this came out of this, but I'm loving it.
Well, someone, Wu-Tang for Children's got a clip of Bongino here. I think this is about the Mar-a-Lago raid, but I think it's probably that they can't afford Bongino anymore because he's an asshole. But he's an expensive asshole, I bet. So, but the other expense they can't afford with Bongino is saying stupid shit on air. Like, listen to this.
I just want to say in closing, listen, America, they're laughing at you. The left thinks this is hilarious.
It is hilarious.
If you doubt me, just go to any of their goofy platforms.
Yeah, come here,
Twitter
bitch.
or elsewhere right now.
I'll laugh at you all day.
It
is hilarious.
You know
it's fucking hilarious, and I can't stop laughing at you, Bongino. Come here and watch, dude. I laugh at these people every day. Everyone else is like, oh, they're destroying our institution. I was amused yesterday when Dan Goldman and Benny Thompson stuffed fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene in a goddamn trash can on the rules in the committee. Fuck yeah, let's do that all day, every day. Right, fucking idiot.
This is not making sense.
I don't know if I'm spelling that right. Djilin? Anyway, they say it like Bongina.
Ooh, does he need a tampon for his Bongina? I don't know. Is that sexist if I say it like that?
God,
Bongina.
I think something happened. Yeah, I think I fixed my problem.
Speaking of face plants,
holy shit,
Ron DeSantis really fucked it up yesterday.
Dude, where the fuck is fucking Ron DeSantis, man?
He was in Washington D.C. not getting endorsements. That's where he was at.
Dude, he got
not in Florida. He was in D.C.
I saw Trump was bragging about how he cleaned up in Florida.
See, now I knew this was going to start happening. I'm getting a lot of remotes from places like Iowa and Tennessee.
I think there's
where all these companies move their aren't these supposedly all these IT tech people in those cities?
DeSantis ban next? Apparently,
who are supposed to be able to work
he might
remote
ban himself
locally.
I mean,
why am I
he's nowhere
getting
to be
this?
found in Florida.
Jesus,
he's in
It's proving
in
my
Ohio,
point over and over again.
He's in Georgia. He's in Washington D.C. because
you
of
need
his
a
failed
remote because you need somebody
campaign.
who will fly in
What a dumb
about once a month.
He
And I
should
will
have listened to
probably,
me, Gabe
if I get this
Sanchez,
job,
fucking weeks ago. It was the day of the arraignment, and I said,
"Oh my God,
Ron DeSantis, get the fuck out in front of a microphone,
it would not
resign
surprise
now,
me if I got this job
and announce your run,
And
or
here's
you're
why.
done, buddy. You're fucking toast.
What this is
it, man. This is your opportunity, and
but
he did not
I got
listen.
a feeling I will
He
be
said he
working
doesn't,
out
son
of
of a
the
bitch.
Oakland
That's
office
what's going on because what
and having
what
to
has
fly
happened
into
is
Iowa
that
probably
during
for
the
at
debates
least
for the
3 to 4 days
race,
a month.
he was asked
so
straight up,
at least once
"Are
a
you
week
running
or
for
1
president?
month
Do you
a
have
week.
plans to run for president in the 2024
Oh, I
election?"
should say
Chris
1
Christie,
week a month.
excuse me,
I
Charlie
can plan
Chris
on being
asked
in
Charlie
Iowa.
Chris asking that.
Just
there's
to fix
another
issues that
Chris
they're having
Christie
in there.
component to this because Chris
Yeah,
Christie,
yeah.
we showed that the other
Now it does
And
mean 3
he
weeks
is,
at home,
and he's
but it does
trying
mean
to
almost a week in Iowa.
He's like, oh well. He's like, look,
When there
you
should
can't
be
answer the
people
question because
in
he knows
Iowa
he
who can
wants
do
to, and he
this.
couldn't say it. And why would he? Because he's running for governor, and it would be kind of shitty for someone to go, "I'm running for governor of the state of Florida," but also within a few months of me taking office, I'm going to announce that I'm leaving this position and going to run for president.
Right.
It's not a great selling point when you're trying to get people to vote for you and win an election.
Well, Charlie Chris had a pretty good strategy there, but it didn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
enough- it wasn't enough.
And right now we're finding Ron DeSantis in a bit of a pickle, which is like the longer he waits.
Is it a woke pickle? Is it a woke one? Or
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
a
woke?
pickle. It's
Okay, I
it's
just
pretty
wanna-
delicious.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah, no, it's a great woke pickle.
Woke pickles are much better than non.
Oh yeah, they
For everyone who doesn't
woke
know.
as
They
possible.
definitely wanna get the woke
They really know who they
You
are
want a woke
and
pickle.
what they can offer.
You want the
But, like, you
wokest
look at
pickle
this
you
and-
can get.
Like, you know, he gets sworn in January and for his last term, and then now we have a situation where the longer he waits, the worse it is for him because that it's
horrible.
it's more attacks that he just has to take without announcing I'm running and go fuck yourself, Donald Trump. So he's in this position where he can't say anything because he can't announce because he's still
Man,
governor.
that's
which
kinda
means-
weird.
I mean, he's only 3 months in
Wow,
to
wow,
his current term.
Right.
So it would be something that's like, oh yeah, if you're gonna announce, like you'd wait until later on.
Well,
But Donald
I'm
Trump
of
is
the
like,
view.
don't you fucking step out the front door.
I'm
and
of the
announce
view,
you're gonna-
though, Gabe Sanchez, that if he does it, he's only 3 months in, like you said, to his governorship.
Yeah.
If he doesn't announce and he fucking lays flat on this, he
Oh,
may
yeah.
have to resign as governor. Like,
done.
like
done.
dude.
Well,
why
let's
would
see if
Florida
he can
want
get if he
you
can get a if he
to
can
be
get
their
a
governor? If your whole
justice
ambition
who
was
will
to be
let
president of
him
the United States, and
override
you couldn't get
the
more than
state
a couple
law,
fucking
he
endorsements
could
out of
probably
Congress,
not
out of
just
Florida
run without
congressmen
ever,
of all
and it's going to
fucking,
take somebody
like,
suing.
Florida
and
is
it's going
where
to take
woke
the time
goes to die, and
more
it's
than
so
the
great
time
in
it's going to
Florida,
take him
but
to
you
run.
can't round
to
up
actually,
a fucking couple
and then,
dozen Florida Congress people to endorse you and not Donald Trump. Get the fuck out of here, man.
It's one of the right now. If you look at the current situation, like the shit show that he's in right now, is he's not, very much like Ted Cruz, right? Abandons when shit hits the fan. But
the
Ron
save
DeSantis
and
is not in
crash.
Florida.
Sorry,
there was flooding.
This is
there's
what
high
happens.
gas
This
prices,
machine
there's
loves to
all
just
these-
save shit and then
these-
crash.
Well,
at least I think I got a save out
there's
of it,
all of these
hopefully.
terrible things that are happening to his constituents, to Floridians
Which
in Florida.
do something.
Which he should, and that's his responsibility as the governor to look out for the people, right? But right now, where is he? Oh, he's meeting with other donors. He's meeting
here's
with people
my
in DC.
problem.
He's trying
See
to
right
get
here?
this and he's trying to have backroom
What is
deals.
this?
Like, it's all this stuff that's going to backfire because then
Forgive me,
because
but
what's going to happen is
the launch
he's
was
shitting the bed in
literally
Florida. So
just
even
about
if he
2 hours
doesn't
ago.
Just in Florida?
Just in Florida.
Uh-uh.
Just in Florida right now.
No.
Well, I mean,
He's
in
shitting-
DC, he shit the bed on the endorsements.
I will meet with you
But
guys
he's
tomorrow.
He can't even
Maybe-
keep his state afloat.
Maybe
right? It's literally
Monday,
underwater.
because I need a
man.
few days to
and
go
what's gonna happen
over
is the
all of the
longer he
data
waits,
we just
You're
got
trying to multitask
from the
something
liftoff,
where you don't
where we
have
lost the
a good
motors and all
control of
that.
either. And in
There's no
Florida,
way I can
he's
give
letting
you
that shit go
a
awry, and he
comprehensive
can't
amount
get
of
it under
information right
control.
now.
And then so that's another
Again,
that's going to be another attacking point.
My point,
when he if
Elon Musk
he does,
is
because
a
he's looting
bullshit
billionaire
artist
donors at the same
who
time.
is sitting
if
here
he does announce and
doing
say, I'm
nothing
running for
more
president,
than bullshitting everybody.
one of the biggest
See, and
attack
all these
points
are
that he's
his
gonna have is,
fanboys.
well, how are you going
And
to
that's
take
the
care of the
problem.
country if you couldn't
Everything
take care
on
of
this
your own
channel
state?
is
Right.
bullshit
How are you supposed to do
because
this on
it's
a
all
national
him
scale if you couldn't even do it on a
fanboying
local
for
one?
his
Well, the
audience.
other thing too is,
and what that audience will do
I mean,
will be
Floridians gotta be
drive
going,
the stock
you know what?
that
You're
he
not
needs
working for us.
up.
You're working for your own fucking good.
Right.
Like you became governor for
Even
you,
though it just fell
not
through
for
the
us.
floor,
It's the same people-
because
the
on the
same-
other
same
channel,
people in
the
Colorado
announcement that he
who
had
are
to
now,
give up all
again,
those
are talking about how
30%
Lauren Boebert
profits on his
is
car,
not-
and he now may
not
only
there
make
to
a
help support
5
them.
or
She's doing her own
7%
thing,
profit
looking
like
for fame.
everybody
Right.
else.
I guarantee in this next election, she's fucking done.
Oh well,
she's done.
I mean,
She's done.
she was 500 votes, and there's
Yeah.
no way that a couple thousand people don't fucking go, yeah, fuck her. By the time they find out.
I agree.
Speaking of Ron DeSantis and his banning and his war on
I agree.
stupidity, Even this dumbass Larry Kudlow on Fox Business gets
if somebody's going
right?
to build an electric
This is
airplane,
how
it's the
bad it
company
is
with
for
the
Ron
best, lightest,
DeSantis.
most
Listen to
efficient
this.
batteries.
I
right?
just want to observe that Governor DeSantis is close to
No,
making a fool of
it's
himself
not
with
just
his
the
Walt
battery.
Disney obsession.
It's got to be the right
Yeah, right.
motor. It's
I
got
was
to
like,
be the
what
right
the fuck,
laminar
He's
flow.
fast. He's 100-meter dash.
Right.
May actually be the whole
Damn,
design.
right past it.
Oh my god!
I got a feeling
Disney's
it's not
keep
going to be
going,
a
friend.
jet
Yeah.
that's
Keep
that
going. You're
full
giving us all
size.
kinds of national press.
Literally, these
of
smaller
being-
laminar
of
flows
being
that hold
a
48 to
company
50
of
passengers
inclusion.
Yeah,
may
we care
change
about
everything.
people, and you're talking about
because we
building
keep
a
talking
state
about this
prison.
bigger and
Do it.
bigger. Well, we
Prison
proved after
next
the
to a
pandemic
place
that
that's for
sometimes
family
bigger
and good
ain't
families
always the way to
and
go.
fun.
Right. Everyone's like,
And
you know,
maybe
we
what
better
we
go buy
need is
tickets
more
to Disney
smaller
before the
regional
prison's built. And
systems
Disney's like, yeah, sure,
to
come
be
on
put
down.
back.
What the fuck? Okay, he goes on and his
So I'm
panel
sorry.
digs
It's just
into
a bunch
Ron
of
DeSantis here,
fanboys
too. This is on
smoking
Fox
up his
Business,
ass.
folks.
So
I
that's what's
wanna
going
stress
on
for a
there.
second. Fox Business. This is their stock market channel. Right, this is the channel that all the people who think they're really smart on crypto go watch. So listen,
hold on, this
listen
might
to
be
the
better
panel.
than
Michael
everything
Pope
else
This has
that's
been
going
going on
on.
now for
Big
months
news
and months
in
and months.
Georgia,
And I would
and
argue that
big
it
hot
is
water for 2 lawyers
unseemly,
representing
number one.
at
A
least
governor
10
Hold
should
on, I'm
not
gonna
be
mute
come
out
crashing down on
these guys
if
over
not
here.
the biggest, one of the
Willis
biggest
criminal
business.
investigation against Donald Trump and others. We got a development. We got the first kind of reemergence of Fawny Willis, and I'll explain what also that spells for the Jack Smith parallel criminal prosecution as these two prosecutors bring their charging decisions to a head. Last we heard from Fawny Willis in a courtroom. She was addressing Judge McBurney.
Yeah, remember
about
Fox is
the
not
pace of
is
her
not,
indictment decision
is
based
not-
on the special purpose grand jury's report.
Is not ponying up to the fact that they've even lost any money. So remember that. So as these guys continue on, let me bring him back on.
Donald
I'm
Trump
gonna
would
put him
get in a
little bit
room
lower
with
in the
Disney.
background
This is
because
really stupid.
I think
That's
this
the dumbest
this
thing I
flip
would
of
I would love to
of
watch
the,
Rob Iger fucking shoe.
and this is what I was hoping would happen, would be that the part that Donald Trump is in this Georgia piece is going to be a minor piece of the RICO. I think the RICO is going to be more than just that. It's going to be the entire GOP apparatus in
allies and
Georgia that's outside of the governor's office and the state elections office. Because it's the state elector's office that said don't do this, and the governor's office that said don't do this. So they're out of it. That's why this law that they passed that says, well, they're going to go after the. I don't think that's going to happen as much because what Fawny Willis is going to show more and more is that the whole apparatus outside became corrupt because of Trump. That's what she's going to do, and it's going to be a RICO from that. I believe more than anything. And this is beginning to more and more prove that over and over.
Indictments were imminent. Indictments were imminent. In May, there's going to be a grand jury panel, regular grand jury, a charging, indicting grand jury in Georgia, and everybody expects
by
that
hospitality,
Fani Willis is
by
going to make
Disney
her
being there.
presentation
You
to
work at a
that
hotel
jury
that's
and walk away
outside
with
Restaurant,
indictments
anything.
of the fake electors
restaurant, whatever it might
that
be.
haven't
You
been
worked at
granted
Universal
immunity.
Studios,
Donald
wherever
Trump,
it is.
Mark Meadows,
Took
Rudy
him up on that and
Giuliani,
said it was
and
just
others
so
on a
clear that
conspiracy
the claims were
theory, along with interference with Georgia election process. But we have an appearance by her
2021, the
just
staunch
yesterday,
Trump supporter presented
which
what
is
he
very
claimed
telling as it
was
pulls
clear-cut
back
data
the
related
curtain
to alleged voter
into
fraud.
her thinking,
And
to
he
how
laid
her
out
mind
this
works.
challenge.
Right now, CNN is finally saying,
There's a $5 million
Lindell just
prize
lost,
for
and
anybody
more
that
is
can,
starting to
that
happen
can
to these
prove
right-wingers.
the election data
It always takes
that I have
18
from
to
the
19
2020
months, but
election
it's starting
is
to
false.
fall apart.
Okay?
When you do
It's
this
not from that.
bullshit, it will get through the
You'll
courts,
never
and
believe
it
what
will
happened
fall
next.
apart.
One computer
on the
whiz
table
took him.
by the Fulton County Prosecutor's Office to their clients, or whether they did not
CNN Sarah
communicate
Murray
that, which
is
would be an
with us. She
ethical
broke
breach
this
for them
story, and Sarah
and a
Michael
major
Lindell,
professional
he did
world
not
of
want to pay
hurt
up,
for
but now
them.
he has to.
Let's
Not
look at
only
what
did
was
he not want
filed.
to pay up, he didn't think he was ever going to have to pay
There
up.
was
He
the
so
second
confident
attempt
in his
by
election
Fani
fraud
Willis
claims.
to
He invited all these
disqualify
people
Kim
to this
DeBrow,
cyber
a
symposium in
former
2021,
assistant
said,
prosecutor
"Prove
in
me
the
wrong."
Fulton
A
County
man named
DA's
Robert Zeidman,
office
a cyber
from
creator in
representing
his own right,
all
took him up on
10
that and said it was just
of the
so
remaining
clear
fake electors.
that the
There are
claims were
16
bogus.
fake
Here-
electors. A lot of them are in positions of power within the Georgia Republican Party, including David
Sorry, I don't have
Schaefer,
enough.
who
I know
is
where I
the
could.
chairman of the Georgia Republican Party, the treasurer, the assistant
Because it's so
treasurer,
great that CNN
lawyers,
now-
a state senator are all part of this group. At one point, 11 of them were represented by two lawyers, co-counsel, Holly Pearson and Kim DeBrow.
A dynamic that they have where Roy would
both
go
being paid, get this, by the Georgia Republican Party. Their legal fees being paid by the Georgia Republican Party to represent these fake electors, including, at the time, the chairman of the Republican Party and a state senator. So we got that incestuous fee-paying issue going on there. Apparently there's some sort of falling out between Holly Pearson and Kim DeBrow because Holly Pearson departed the case sometime at the end of 2022. But while she was still in the case, Fani Willis's office in 2022 made their first motion to disqualify and argued that Pearson and DeBrow can't represent all 11 because they have interests that are not aligned, and a lawyer ethically, under the rules of professional conduct in Georgia and in other places, can't represent at the same time simultaneously clients that have competing interests, that where there'll be finger pointing between the two of them, or one of them among multiple parties. And so the judge said, and this is his quote, "This is an ethical mess and impracticable for Kim DeBrow and Holly Pearson to represent."
But I just want to make sure we hear
all 11, let's say. Okay. 11 out of the 16
what
fake
the heck's
electors.
going on with the
And he
electors.
particularly said there has to be a separate lawyer for David Schaefer, the chairman of the Republican Party in Georgia, because his actions and potential
As we see on
criminal
CNN
actions
that the
look
pillow guy
different in
lost.
kind
The
than
GOP
other
just
10.
is
And so
not doing
after
well
that
here.
ruling, Kim DeBrow and Pearson stayed in the case, representing 10. Schaefer got his own lawyer.
Because there's
Now we
no
fast
reason for the
forward.
GOP to do
The
this.
judge
None.
Instructed
It's never been
the
done by
prosecutor
anybody
to
else
grant
but the
immunity or
GOP.
offer to grant
For
immunity
no other
to
reason
the
but to do
remaining
shit
10
when they already
under the
put.
Pearson,
This is
DeBrow
their
umbrella, the
25%.
in
They
order for
put
them to testify. Give them
25%
immunity, let them testify.
of this debt up there.
And so
in the last 4
they did that.
years.
Prosecutor's office offered
And they now want to
blanket
default
immunity
on it. Understand
to
that.
any or all
That's
of
the story.
Blank
is that these people who tried to take the election are now sitting here after putting 25% of that debt up, are now trying to say we're willing to default on it if you guys don't do what we want. Because we have no choice. Because we're literally, we can never at all. We will never lose because we are just big babies, and if you don't give us what we want, we'll default. Now, see, they seem to have forgotten how well that went under Obama, when they should have won even better than they did. I mean, and they won pretty good. But see, they kept fucking around. And then this time, they only got 4 fucking seats. And they think they're going to fuck with that too. See, the reason, and I keep saying this, because nobody else will say it, because if you really study it, you see it. The reason the gerrymanders fell apart is because they've cheated on the fucking census so badly that their numbers no longer can work. If you look at the districts that they have to gerrymander into, not only do they not work, the numbers are no longer working. They have to get these fat, huge, weird-ass districts and then take everybody out, and the numbers aren't working anymore. That's why the gerrymander didn't go. That's why they're losing it.
Or
it's
or
not working as well.
One of them among multiple parties.
Yes, they still got
the
7-8 million more people
quote,
to vote.
This is an ethical
but we got
mess
even
and
more than that.
impracticable for Kim DeBrow and Holly Pearson to represent everybody. All 11,
you can only
let's
make
say,
white hate
11
go
out of the
so
16
far
fake
because
electors.
you have
And
to
he
keep
particularly
producing the
said
people
there has
that
to be a
want to keep
separate
that
lawyer
hate
for
going.
David Schaefer,
And that hate just
the
ain't
chairman of the Republican Party
societal
in Georgia, because
working
his
anymore.
actions and potential
Because
criminal actions look
a
different
lot
in kind.
of the capitalist systems are overriding the hateful white supremacist systems. And they're going to keep doing it. And a lot of that is related to sports and sports capitalism, which is almost everything you drink, the truck you drive, the beer and the horse you ride in on. You know, those big Clydesdales? Notice how all of a sudden they started fucking with that money, and the Clydesdale folks went, are you really trying to fuck with us? And all of a sudden the GOP had to back off. We're noticing a lot of that all of a sudden. They're not able to keep their story going because it's bullshit. Bullshit only goes so far. Yeah, you can tell the lie, but at certain points, you're going to have to back it up.
Than the other 10. And so after that ruling, Kim DeBrow and
because you're not a full-on dictatorship yet.
Now we fast forward. The judge instructed the prosecutor to grant immunity or offer to grant immunity to the remaining 10 under the Pearson-DeBrow umbrella, the lawyers, in order for them to testify. Give them immunity, let them testify. And so they did that. The prosecutor's office offered blanket immunity to any or all of the 10 in return for cooperation. And Holly Pearson reported back to the judge that none of her 10 clients with Kim DeBrow, were going to take that deal. None, which is odd. Not one out of the 10 thought they were in so much criminal jeopardy that they'd want to take a deal. A deal of just cooperating for immunity.
Right.
So that was sort of weird. Put a pin in that for a minute. But that's what Holly Pearson informed the court. An officer of the court telling the person in a black robe that they told the clients about the immunity deal and that none of them took it. Hold that thought. Now we fast forward to April, to this month. And we've got Fani Willis and her team of investigators bringing into their office 2 of the 10 fake electors represented by Kim DeBrow, along with Kim DeBrow, who's sitting next to them. Meaning we have 2 that are cooperating with the Fulton County District Attorney's Office against the others. That's what coming in to talk with your lawyer president means. It means you're making a proffer, right, in return for something. Now, it doesn't look like there's an immunity deal on the table, but 2 fascinating pieces of information now reported in the motion filed by Fani Willis came out from that meeting.
Because
one, those 2 pointed to more criminal conduct of one of the other 10 or 11 that used to be represented by the same lawyer.
So,
in other words,
oh my God! So
so
it's looking more and more like what happened was this attorney, in trying to hide her shit, fucked herself over by actually exposing more shit, and that their attorney is lying, should be disbarred, should be removed. I'm sorry, you attorneys, you can be a good attorney and give your client every fucking dime of everything.
Look at the rocket and say, "God damn it, this isn't even aerodynamic," and I've got a fucking.
And they not go the way you want them to go. That's the reality. But if you take your client and you lie to them to try and get them to go the way you want them to go, and you know it's illegal, you need to be disbarred because you have no business being in the law at all. And I know it's a no. In a world where society is based on law, no. Bullshit. You don't get to cheat like that. That's the problem. Therein lies the issue.
Or more of what used to be their fellow co-defendant and co-client and said they did really bad things, to more criminal conduct of one of the other 10 or 11 that used to be represented by the same lawyer. In other words, they pointed the finger at one or more of what used to be their fellow co-defendant and co-client and said they did really bad things, which creates an ethical problem for DeBrow because she can't continue to represent parties whose interests are no longer aligned. But secondly, this is more in the bombshell category. The prosecutor revealed that during the interview, they asked these two, "Hey, by the way, did your lawyers tell you back towards the end of 2022 that we offered an immunity deal to each of you?"
Why are they cheering? I don't
know. Who's cheering?
To any of you? To take the deal and testify? And they reported that they were not aware of the immunity deal. Meaning, if that's true, and we have no reason to believe they're lying, what's the incentive to lie about whether the immunity deal was offered to them? And that's something you would remember if you're a criminal target of an investigation, whether the prosecutors were willing to let you walk in return for cooperation or not. Holly Pearson, the lawyer at the time, told the judge, looked him in the eye point blank, and said, we offered it to all of and did a filing related to it. We made an offer to all of our clients, including these two, and they said no. Now these two are saying they didn't know about the offer.
And they know it.
So if that's true,
in other words, they
the motion filed by Fani Willis, that's going to be highlighted and red circled by Judge McBurney, who's going to be none too happy about that because that
in fucking South Africa and didn't work a day in his life to make what he has. Again, he
Thank
purchased
you.
things, he contributed little, he stole ideas.
Thank you.
I mean,
Everything
how much
he's done
did
was
the federal
stolen.
government give in
Every
subsidies to
single
SpaceX?
thing he's done
You
is
know?
a
I don't
stolen
know.
idea.
I mean, they have
Like 5 or 6
every
dudes, 5 or
every
6
year
that he's
in with a
done
B, I
very
think,
little to improve
is
on
what the
other
total
than
amount of
get
subsidies I think
time.
they've given to SpaceX, I believe.
government funding. It says SpaceX alone has got,
80%
this
of
is
it.
as of 5 days ago. It says a whopping $2.8 billion in government contracts last year.
That's just last
According
year.
to the information, it has gotten a total of $15.3 billion since
15.
2003. So in the
Oh,
last
fuck.
20 years, they've gotten $15.3 billion.
I thought it was like 5, but it's
right. But also it's like, yeah, then you're like, oh, you're getting contracted work by NASA to build these rockets as, space travel, right?
Yeah, because this isn't like this our like here on this Earth,
Right.
lifestyle. This is to send rich motherfuckers
Right.
into space.
I mean, that
And
could give you.
Well, no,
well,
hold on.
I was gonna say, I get some
A lot
people
of what
like are
he's-
excited about
hold
space travel, like the idea that a normal average person could travel into space or whatever the fuck. But this is like tourism, right? Like this is
Yeah,
like
yeah. It's
Disney-
I mean,
Disney World
it's
in the
consumer
sky.
tourism. Like you,
Part of it's going to be tourism, but hold on. The money that's being used to build SpaceX, the big rocket, is partially the money that NASA's putting up to put people on the moon. Blue Origin and him got a few billion to do that. I believe 5 and 11 each. 5 to Blue Origin and 11 to SpaceX because SpaceX actually met almost all their goals where Blue Origin didn't. I have to look up the number again, but I'm almost too sure those are the numbers. So they've gotten billions just to get this to the moon. And that's what this SpaceX is. So part of what he's doing is also doing it so that he can launch his satellites. So it's kind of like a dual thing that he's using that money for. Understand
It was
that
like,
too.
oh, is it going to be, you've got Blue Sky. I think is what the thing is called, Blue Sky, right?
Yeah.
Which is
which is part of why Blue Origin is called Blue Origin.
I'm going to show you this. Here's the actual launch of it from CNN. This is their coverage of it, but actually taken off, and you can see it's the rocket. It's the rocket that was shown in the fucking Joe Rogan clip where he's talking about pointing rockets. Like they didn't change it after that. They realized it was slightly worse. They kept it. They kept the design. I mean, they were forced to keep the design. There it goes.
For those of you who don't understand that most of those
now,
are Elon idiots. Oops, hold on. Sorry.
Is that this is, as far as I know, this is the biggest hunk of metal that anyone has tried to fucking throw into space, right?
Yeah.
Now it was unsuccessful.
Largest in single.
But it is this is the attempt at the biggest the biggest rocket that's ever been thrown into space. Now, again, this is Elon taking every single bit of credit for this rocket. And really, honestly, that's why
not largest
because there's a lot of people's hard work behind this rocket.
Understand
let's not ignore that. There's a lot of people, serious
because we actually have
who
boosters
tried to
that
make
actually
this
already
thing
do
work,
this.
even with this dipshit at the helm of this thing,
booster
who's going to take credit for all this, and that's why I'm going to give him credit for the fucking thing blowing up in midair. And not,
I mean, look, if you get credit or blame for success, right, you get the same treatment for failure. You're the face and the head of the company, and you want to be like, oh yeah, SpaceX, blah blah blah, this bullshit. You are going to be the same. You take on both sides, man. You bring that same energy,
right?
If you're going to be doing that,
exactly.
Right.
I agree.
But Blue,
Thank you.
So Blue,
Thank
Blue
you,
Origin, Christopher Garcia. I just looked it up. Oh nope, sorry, that's the wrong one.
I believe he's going to tell you exactly
Blue
what
Origin
I just told you.
Is the name of the Amazon, or is the Jeff Bezos?
Blue Origin,
then
Amazon.
Then you've got
the dick rockets, because Jeff Bezos thinks it's a good idea to make them look like dicks.
Blue balls is what we call it. Then you got then you got Richard Branson, who I guess would be the
and he's already taken had a few people go up too
that are making rockets.
They both had,
but yes, they're consumer travel, in terms of like tourism. And then you've got Elon Musk, and you have to realize that it's like, maybe Richard Branson has more of like a genuine interest in like space travel, but you look at just
tourism, space tourism,
bird's eye view. You look at
tourism.
Billionaires
Branson
created
wants
rockets
to do tourism.
get out of Earth, and it's like maybe that says
Not
something
really
about their own
thing.
kind of perception of our country, or our planet, rather. Right? They would much rather leave the planet than stay here and fix it.
Well, I'll tell you, the reason why Richard Branson is probably a little more serious about this, because he's been a fucking billionaire longer than Elon and Jeff Bezos could dream of. He's been a billionaire for a long time. So I want to move to a different story. I'd love to talk about
all the way up and all the way down.
Oh,
and
Elon's
sold a couple off.
Exploding in midair for a long time, but I just can't. Did you see who else face planted yesterday? It was Matt Walsh in Iowa. Did you see this?
No.
What?
No.
Are you fucking shitting me? Oh,
no,
baby.
I didn't see any of this. The last I heard of Matt Walsh was when I texted you and I was like, dude, his account got hacked.
Oh no. Well, I mean,
which by the way, I don't know if you saw that stuff, but Elon is the reporter who spoke and did an article. He spoke with the actual hacker and did an article for, I think, Wired.
That hacked
Walsh's
account.
Some other people. He did an interview and was like, look, like, what was let's talk about this, right? And he did an interview with him, and then that reporter, that journalist, put the link up and he's like, hey, I spoke to the hacker. This is what he had to say, blah 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 blah. And then that dude's account, Dell is the journalist, got fucking suspended from Twitter.
Oh, Jesus
for
Christ.
promoting.
You mean a story?
Yeah, for promoting hacking or
freedom of speech. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, even Ollie Alexander, like that guy got fucking suspended as well. And it's like, dude, I thought we were all about free speech, man.
Nope.
I want to see more of this shit hitting the fan.
Well,
and you guys
they
are limiting
every
the
time.
fucking. You're like trying to cauterize the wound so it doesn't bleed out anymore.
Take a little
to be like, oh no, we can't have more of this on the platform. It's like I thought it was all about free speech, man. What happened to that? What happened to you guys letting the fucking shit just flow?
You want to see freedom of speech in action?
Yeah.
So Matt Walsh goes to the University of Iowa, right?
Mm-hmm.
and the students there at Iowa, there's a bunch of them that wanted, a bunch of the bigoted students that want to go listen to Matt Walsh. Almost every single one of them are male and white. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
But Aaron Reed has this video here. It says amazing actions are happening right now in response to Matt Walsh. Watch this. Matt Walsh at the University of Iowa. Someone poured thousands of marbles, forcing the Walsh fans to walk through the exit with protesters, forcing them to walk extremely slow. So basically, they could be shouted at, right? They couldn't run away.
Yeah.
Video of the look at all these marbles. And I don't know if you ever walked across the floor with a bunch of marbles.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to
God.
make sure you don't.
Brilliant.
You know, it's kind of funny.
Wow.
Like with the Home Alone situation.
Right.
You know, Marvin Harry come into the entryway and there's like the Matchbox cars over the floor.
I mean, it's evil, but it's brilliant. I love that.
Oversell of it.
Make sure that we can. Oh my
Three
God!
Stooges
See, that's
type
what I'm saying.
setup.
Which, by the way,
embarrass the fuck
Home
out
Alone
of them.
is like a child.
Make
like,
them
like a kid's
go
Die
on
Hard.
the internet
Right.
and be
like that's
as big as possible.
It's Die Hard for kids.
Blow
That's
them
just
up.
all what it is.
But
Make
here
them
in
show all
true
over
Home
the
Alone
world.
fashion, they dump marbles all over this floor.
Yeah,
and it's at the steps of this one entrance.
And all of a sudden, they
And
just
the reason
go.
why is because they
"Ooh,
wanted to be
that
able to
wasn't
shout
me.
at these
That
fucking
wasn't
supporters
me.
and basically tell them what they
No,
feel
not me."
about them.
So the anti Matt Walsh people were outside or they were
Right.
inside.
Yes.
No, they're
They're
outside
outside
shouting
because they wanna
Okay.
record
They wanted to
them.
make sure
They want
that
to
they either had to leave
record
through the
them.
entrance where the protesters were set up,
got it.
or
Like
they
that,
had to walk
people.
so slowly that.
Please record like
right.
that.
But the funny part
Not
is,
like that,
and
because you don't
I
capture
quote tweeted
nearly
this.
as
I said
much.
these marbles
I know
kill
you
fascism.
think you do, but you don't, because up and down is not the way we
I mean,
live.
how smart is
We
this?
live all
You got
the
a
way
slick
through
tile
here.
floor.
So
I'm
if
gonna
you can
dump
capture
a bunch of
as much of
marbles.
this,
Tiny balls
is the way
taking
you want to
down
do
Beat
it.
Boy.
Stop
Right.
doing it
Isn't that
like
funny?
that.
How marbles
That's all I'm going
are
to say.
taking down Mount
Stop
Walsh.
doing it like that.
It's actually it's
We
pretty
live
funny
like
to think
this.
about, like the
We do
simplest
not
things,
live like that.
marbles, whistles,
Right.
yelling.
One day we will
There-
live like this.
Listen,
but right
loud
now we live
noises
like this.
When you
are
can't
the-
run away from a whistle because there's marbles on the floor, boom, win.
Loud noises
Win.
are
Big win.
the fascist kryptonite.
Massive
Here's an
win.
example. This is the same. This is at University
win.
of Iowa. This is a pep band playing and shouting something. See if you can make out what they're saying here, Gabe Sanchez.
I agree. And I would never touch him with
There's a whistle there
10-foot
too, by the way.
Jordan
So-
I heard-
long
yeah,
dick.
yeah. So now, you're from the Midwest, so you'll understand
Fuck
that
Matt Walsh.
high school marching bands and pep bands are a thing that we have here in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Oh, a
So,
lot of.
I'm sure they're all around the
yes.
country, but it's a
Yeah.
very important thing.
Yes.
I mean,
I almost
also
went
if
to
you have
school,
if you have a
because
band,
we
a
almost-
marching
we
band, it's
almost
like,
ended up back
man,
in
you're
Maryland.
rolling in deep, you know.
Yes.
Like they're
Because
like
one of the
they're
high
loud,
schools my
too. They got
dad
brass,
could have
they got
ended up
sound, they got
They
would
got
have
the
been back
fucking
in
bass
Maryland.
drums,
So we
yeah.
could have
tubas,
ended up back on the
cymbals,
East
loud,
Coast,
right.
and I could have
So,
finished off
I mean,
my high school
naturally,
days
a
on
marching
the East
band
Coast,
is
and that
a
would have been
fascist
very
worst
different.
enemy. Really, honestly,
very
just,
different.
just
Yeah.
how loud
I
they are
know.
and how loud they can
I
be.
probably
You
would
know,
have
drowning
graduated with somebody
these loud
like
noises
Chris,
are fascist kryptonite.
Oh, my ears.
who actually works
my
for
Nazi ears. They're so sensitive.
Stephanie Miller.
You know how sensitive
Because he was
Nazi
literally
ears
in the
are?
same
Oh, my
area.
God.
He's
Okay,
the
here's
same age as I
now
am.
let's
We
see.
probably
This
would have
is,
graduated at the same time.
I'm
From
gonna
probably
play
the
other
same
one.
school.
Oh, yeah, here's
Because that's the
here's,
school I probably would have gone to, because I know exactly
here's
the school that my dad would have
one
lived
point
by,
where
we would have
they
been living.
can't go
'cause
nowhere.
We would not
because
have
like
lived.
these students,
for
the
a while, we
protesters, like
were
block
going to
the
live on
road
the
and shit,
base, but I
they
know
can't really
my
go
dad
anywhere,
wanted to live off the
right?
base instead of
so
my
they're
mom.
kind of like
They
stranded.
were looking at houses.
right?
So I know
And
where
they
we
don't
would
like
have been
loud
living.
noises. So watch this.
As
This
my
is where
dad
the,
was a doctor,
the Matt Walsh simps are stranded by loud
and
noises.
my mom
Watch
would have
this. And
probably
they're
went and
terrified. They
found
got
a
it. They need a
house,
safe space.
because with my mom
really
finding
away
a
from
house,
these
we would have
loud
gotten a
noises.
much
I
better
mean, Marjorie Taylor
deal.
Green said on Sean Hannity's
I
show a
wonder
little while
why.
back in
Right.
March, She was
Even
like,
though it
"We
was
need
a
a safe
woman buying
space.
the house,
We need a
would have
place that
gotten
we
a
can be
much better
protected."
deal.
Oh,
Right.
really?
Even
From
though
loud
a woman
noises.
was
Really?
new to
Oh,
being
okay.
able to buy
She
a house
needed to be
back
protected
then.
from loud noises
She
in New
still
York
would have
City.
gotten a much
But here's
better
the Matt
deal
Walsh
than my
simps,
dad would.
at the University of Iowa. Needed a safe space from those loud liberal noises. Do you see a theme? Let me turn that. Do you see a theme over here of these?
Whoa!
Matt
Look
Walsh
at
simps?
these! Look at these dudes!
Yeah,
All
Look
white.
at these dudes! I don't see a.
All
They look
Wow.
pissed off, man.
I
You know what they
don't
also look?
see-
You know what they also look like? They all
People.
look white.
I was just
I
gonna
know you
say,
may be
you know,
doing it for
I
TikTok,
honestly,
but please,
am
even
not seeing
TikTok.
any melanin in that
No.
crowd.
And you don't see many. I mean, there's a few. There's
you
a
don't see
few
melanin or boobs.
of the other gender over there. You'd say.
You don't
But,
see melanin or
you know,
boobs.
look
I
at
don't want
bros.
to. I don't want to say pronouns because I might upset these simps, right?
Yeah.
Like there's some with the pronouns she or her over there on the other side, but most
Forgive
of them
me,
are
but
he hims.
one of
Yeah,
the
look at that.
biggest fucking bigoted groups. Gay white
These
men.
loud noises.
Oh,
Matt
you wanna
Walsh is
talk
right
about some
about these
big-ass
loud
bigots?
noises. They're scary.
Gay white men.
I'm gonna call
I
my
will
dad
never
to pay for
understand
my
that, but oh
for
my
me to be here at
God.
Iowa University. I'm gonna call
I don't
him.
know.
Some
I
of the
feel like
biggest
they're
bigots you
all
ever
those
want to meet.
all those dudes are a bunch of like
Yes,
heavy
I'd be
breathing
right next
bros.
to some of the
who just,
nicest
like,
liberal guys you
I'm
ever
gonna
want
go
to
to
meet.
the
But
gym and
holy
revenge
shit!
later. You want to
You
spot
want to talk
me,
about
bro?
some big ass
Like-
bigots?
Those are the dudes.
Is
Go
that
to a
what
nice
they say in the
little bar,
gym?
Yeah, that's what
especially
they
a
do,
gay
man. They-
bar.
I mean,
Go to the
I'll
gym
admit
and-
when I'm lifting, I'll grunt and shit.
in
Yeah.
But it's because I'm
Buffalo.
working hard to try to lift the weight, not because
Right.
not because
Or
I
even one in-
think it's cooler like mania.
Right.
you know?
No,
Oregon.
it's not because they're grunting.
believe me,
because
you
they're
will-
actually working
you-
out. There's like,
Whoa.
okay, you know, this is the best representation. You see these guys at the gym all the time, but there was one specific time I was at the
Yeah.
gym
Mhm.
and I was at the squat rack, and there was a guy
Oh.
who was on the bench, and he like set up the plates, and he's like,
He's one of those.
And he, like, puts himself
yes,
on
So
and
he's
up.
doing that as he's setting
yeah,
the
like
plate?
he's like he gets the
Not
plates.
like when he's lifting.
No. He like gets some 45s, throws them on the bar, and he's
Right.
and then he like take his pre-workout, you know, his fucking C4 shit, and he like goes down. He like the squat racks are against the wall with all the mirrors, and
Right.
then behind me is where the bench is, and so he like goes down to one end of the gym, and then the other's like, and he's like he's like warming
So he's
himself up.
trying to get himself.
Yeah,
pumped
and I was
up
like,
to
all right,
lift
okay.
this
I was
weight.
like, all right, fine, you're pumping yourself
Did
up.
he lay it on his chest?
No. So what happened was then he goes back to the bar, like grabs another couple 45s, throws them on the bar. So right now we've got 180 plus 45, so we're at 225.
Okay.
And so I was like, wow, that's a lot of weight. Okay.
This guy's going for a PR. It seems.
Yeah, I
like.
was like, this is a lot. So then he does the same thing, right? He chugs a little more and his little mixed drink, and he goes down, and he comes back, and he
He's
gets
got a routine.
and then he gets down the bench, and he like does it, and he curls his back up, and he's like, boom, and he like flattens the back out, and he like puts his hands, and then he measures out, and then he's like, and then he drops him, and then he slides out, and he's like, and then he does this thing again, like another two times. I think he might have added another like 25 or so on each side. But
I'm
by
not
the
going to say
time-
that this guy's a Matt Walsh
Not
simp, but I'm
even
saying
Oh
that
yeah,
this
yeah.
guy's
But by
a Matt
the
Walsh
time
simp.
This
he
was like,
he
what the
finished
hell?
his whole like fucking pump up moment, right? He got down
okay,
to the
that's-
bench and he was like, "Woo!" and then left. And then he
like
left.
Ric Flair, like
Yeah,
the
and
Nature
then-
Boy
and
Ric
then-
Flair.
and then he just
Wow.
left.
Huh.
And he never actually lifted the weight.
He never actually did it. That's hilarious.
And then he was also the asshole who left all the weight back on. He left it on the
thank
bar.
you.
He didn't
And
take it
walks
off and put it on the
away.
rack. Well, you know
And
who
walks into the
couldn't also
goddamn
finish and leave?
locker room
Iowa
as if
University.
they
He
own the
couldn't- oh,
goddamn
just
Ben
place.
Shapiro?
Well, he's trying to
And
leave.
will take up
Yeah.
the
Matt Walsh
entire
couldn't leave.
fucking bench.
Matt
meant
Walsh
for
couldn't
3
leave
people.
Iowa University here because the students sat in the fucking driveway, and motherfucker couldn't leave.
That's funny.
So he's
That's
trapped.
good shit.
There's the picture of it. I think there's a video of this dude. Let me see if I can
love
go
these
find the video.
people
Yeah,
who
so
are
he's
saying,
trapped.
no,
Yeah,
enough
here's
of
the
this
here's
fucking
them walking out into the
huge
into the road
We
to
had it in
block him
'68.
so that he couldn't go
There
nowhere.
was a
That way you can't
huge
hide
league
from the loud noises.
of
I
white
mean, people are just
supremacists
crossing the
who
street
wanted to
legally.
take
That's
us
what I see.
far
Look, they're
right.
using a crosswalk. I don't know.
That's right.
There's
And
nothing
it's
illegal about
happening
this.
again.
Well,
because it was going along
If you
with
look
the
here,
war,
let me turn the sound off. You
Nixon
can see
being
they're making a
Nixon
circle.
and
See, there's
no,
a
no,
crosswalk
going
back
and
here.
I get it. I get
and
it.
They're making a
boom, we had
big
to say,
circle.
no, we're not going to
Yeah,
go that
they're like,
way.
this is
and that's happening again.
again. Nothing
Right.
illegal
Far-righties
about it.
decided
Right,
they're
you
gonna
got
go nuts
you
up
got to
and
yield
just-
at a
you
stop
gotta- you
sign
gotta
for
go the other way.
pedestrians.
Pedestrians have the right of way. Sorry.
Right.
You know?
Fuck Matt Walsh. I'm with.
So
these
is Matt
people.
Walsh in this car right here, or is he somewhere else?
Well, no, I don't think he got anywhere near the loud noises. I mean, let's
Loud
again, it's kryptonite.
noises! We can't
They
have
get
that!
close to the loud noises, they may lose their fascist Nazi strength.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
always.
So
Something about the
you can't
whistle
get close
and the
to
loud
where
noises
where
actually
the loud
makes them
noises
go
are.
the other direction.
So I'm sure he was way back away from the
All
loud
the
noises.
time.
We wouldn't want him to lose his Nazi superpower.
No, not at all.
Right.
Not at all. I mean, look, today's a big.
All
I don't know
right.
if you know this,
Thank
Tony,
you,
but
guys.
today is a very
I am
important
outie
day.
only
Really?
because it is
for
just
for
that
fascists.
Really?
Yeah,
'cause
especially Kanye West and
Four-
Harlan Crow.
412 or
Them
420
today,
is
too.
marijuana day, right? But it's also
420, yes. Happy 420.
it's also Hitler's birthday.
For all of
Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go.
Hey.
Yeah, big
So
day,
Mr.
big day in the Kanye West
Unfortunately,
Harlan
yes.
Crow
Okay, yeah, right.
household. You know,
Nick Fuentes, he likes
Nick
he loves Hitler.
Fuentes.
Yeah. Right.
Who else?
Charlie Kirk,
Yeah, Charlie.
Ben
Kirk,
Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro. Well, I
Yeah,
mean, Ben
Michael
Shapiro.
Knowles.
Ben Shapiro. The fact that he defended.
Right. He
defended
invented
Harlan
Harlan
Crow.
Hitler.
He
Yeah.
was like, dude.
Hitler's cool. Hitler's
yeah.
cool, man. Hitler's cool.
man. You can collect Hitler shit.
Right.
I mean, you can simp for Hitler. No
Make
big deal.
Hitler
I'm
capes,
Jewish.
Hitler capes, Hitler
like-
posters. They're cool,
it's not,
man.
It's not like if I were in a room with Hitler right now, Hitler would try to kill me. It's
Right.
not like that's gonna happen. That's crazy.
on.
Why would they?
Oh, come on.
I'm
Why
on
would
his
you
side.
do
It's
that?
not like
What?
Hitler didn't kill
What?
Jews that were Nazis. No, he didn't do
What?
that at all. Not at all.
No.
Yeah,
No.
but
What
Ben
are you
Shapiro
talking
going,
about?
"Hey guys, it's totally cool to
What?
collect dictator memorabilia
Right.
and statues and
Right.
Hitler first did
Or run a Nazi network.
What?
Yeah.
Like Daily Wire. Mr. Spock on YouTube says more cowbell. Goddamn
More
right.
we
Get
do need
out the
cowbell.
fucking noise
Oh, I
and
do
make
need
noise.
cowbell.
These people, they are
I
they
need
are
cowbell.
terrified. Terrified
get
of loud
cowbell.
noises. That's why they don't like this show, dude.
I got a fever.
Thank
I got
you.
a fever.
I
And
need
the
to
only
get
care- The
cowbell.
only prescription.
Yeah.
But see, they
More
don't care about the
More
but they do care
cowbell,
about the-
bitch. And we're going to be loud here on the Tony Michaels podcast every single weekday,
And I'm
Monday
loud
through
too.
Friday,
We'll
noon
see
Eastern,
you
11
guys
Central,
tomorrow.
9 Pacific on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Motherfuckers.
You've been listening to the Tony Michaels Podcast. In your face commentary of current